each
So,
other, and we can sit
Brent,
here and listen.
Brent, you
So
so
if
quick to
she
speak.
no, if
Honey
she
was
say
saying that
something,
Bunny
okay,
was
so
like,
so so
Bunny
this is
was
what we
like
gonna do.
about yelling.
This is what we gonna do. So King, you waiting patiently, you quiet, even when she keeps saying what you did, you ain't responding. I respect your demeanor, your decorum. If she say something towards you, you can flame her ass up, and she flame you up. And when you get tired, you can drop her ass. So since this what y'all women asking for, I'll give it to you. Well, I'm trying to protect women that don't want to be protected. If she want to say what she want to him, let him say what he want to her, and we can sit right here and just and listen to who can flame each other up the best. If that's what y'all want,
But
let's make it happen. I don't
Miss
give a
Bunny
shit.
was agreeing with Miss Bunny about not being aggressive and yelling.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. We the only way you could be triggered by what was said is if you felt that he said your name. And we as sisters, we must learn to dial back. Even if we feel it's something that is wrong, because Alexis, you were the only sister that spoke. Because I know he wasn't speaking to me or calling me demonic or calling me a demon, but the thing was is for me to allow him that respect and space to say what it is that he wanted to say without me interrupting or feeling triggered, because I know who I am. If you know who you are, it's not going to trigger you. The rest of us women, we're here.
That's y'all missing the point.
I
It has
know.
nothing to do with
I know.
that.
Honey
It
base, let her talk.
does.
Honey
I'm
base, let her
sorry.
talk.
I'm
What the
sorry.
fuck
I'm
he
sorry.
does? It had
Go ahead.
nothing to do with the conversation. He went
I,
on trauma
Can
dump.
everybody mute, please, and let her talk? Mute, Miss Evans. You got to mute. Shit, Evans, you got that damn echo. Go ahead. Go ahead, Leslie. Say what you want to say.
It had nothing to do with what he said. He always do this shit. He get in his feelings and he always try to redirect what the fuck we were just talking about. Like, don't nobody got time to be hearing the bullshit. If
Your
y'all
regular ass up.
for
Shut
real,
your
for
regular ass up.
real.
We done
If
with
y'all
you.
on this motherfucker
We
looking for
done
something
with
real
you.
and you
We done with you. Why you
Exactly,
still
and
talking about me?
that's
Why
what
you still
happens,
talking about
Coco.
me?
When you say what you said, Coco, you empower that shit, and that's what happens. Alexis, I'm not finna keep bringing you back. You want to direct? You want to direct what you want to say to him? I'm not bringing you back because he has a right to say what he want to drop your ass because you keep addressing him. So it is what it is. I gave you 4 chances. I brought you back. I don't know why you got to keep addressing this man. He was not talking directly to you. How else can I say it? Fuck.
Okay, Strength. Can I speak up?
No, no. Go ahead, goddess. Go ahead, goddess.
Good morning, honey. I'm just checking in on you. See what y'all
Yeah.
got going on around here.
I don't listen to what's going on is that why does shit bother women if it's
I
not
couldn't make
them?
this shit up. I couldn't make this
If
shit
it
up,
Right.
if
Alexa.
it's
I
not you,
said
why do
that
it
I
bother
lack the
you?
talent to
Well,
make this
You
different
shit
come
people
up
up.
here
feel
all the
differently
time
with
and say something to
their
me, and it don't bother me because I know it ain't me. Like
right.
black women supposed to be so fucking strong, but they act so fucking weak.
Mm. Well, I can see where if it's a space where people can speak as freely as they want to speak, and also an understanding that there's a space that understand that some people's speech does bother others. I mean, as
Don't
all adults,
nobody
we can
speaking
understand that.
bother me in the world.
All right,
Nobody.
all right, and some
The
people
only
do
the
have
only
that
people speech
ability.
that could bother me is my children.
Right. Right. So here we are. We are okay with what was said because everybody gonna say how they feel, right? Everybody saying how they what's going on. So it's not that big of a deal, right? As for the topic, I would say what a woman brings to the table in relationships depend on both on the relationship itself. I don't think it's necessarily one size fit all for people, and I think the same thing with the men.
Valerie, you can request up and tell me how black men are emotional. I would love to have a conversation with you about it.
But yeah, that's just, I think for me, I think relationships depend on who's bringing what to the table because sometimes it fluctuates. Like one relationship require people to bring money, another relationship require people to bring love, another relationship requires stability. So I think when people know themselves, we didn't have that
We're not
conversation
talking
before.
about people. We're talking about women. What do
When
women bring to relate the table in relationship?
Well, I mean, I feel that's difficult to say what every woman should bring to every relationship.
Okay, so
because
you don't have an answer?
no, I do have an answer, but wait, let me finish because I have a whole thought.
No,
My
I don't
thought
like,
is,
but we don't I don't we not have time for a whole thoughts. We just want to hear
oh yeah, I just want
let women.
well shit, pussy. I don't know what the hell
Thank
y'all
you.
want to hear, pussy.
I respect that. I respect that. Let's keep it real here. We don't have to
I
give a
We
mean,
bring
whole thought
peace.
about.
We bring peace.
We don't have to
We
give a
bring
honey
peace.
base is not your turn. We don't have to stop saving them honey base. We don't have to give a whole
well,
thought
because
about.
I don't feel like every
We
woman
are the
bring every man
world.
peace.
We are
Every
the
woman don't bring
children.
peace.
We
Every
are the
person don't
ones
bring.
to make the better day. We all that shit is good. We don't heard it a million times.
Right.
We can
So
talk
all
about
you want to hear is the
we can
word.
talk about men. We can say what men bring to the table. But right now, this is the topic. We always leave the topic and run away from talking about women.
I feel like because when it's come to talking about women, when women talk about women, men don't want to hear that. So the answer would be pussy. Because again,
Thank you.
what I'm willing
Thank
to
you.
say, what I think is right,
What you keep
isn't
saying is
what you want to
people.
hear.
You keep saying people though.
Because women are
Still
Well,
tell me that I keep saving people.
well, I let you are. You keep trying to come when let them be themselves and say their real opinion. Let them do that.
I
You
get that,
keep
brother. I get that. But I'm
honey
saying
base,
we got to
honey
realize
base.
that we bring
Listen, I got a
peace.
mute button. Honey base. I don't like the fact that you try to give them the fucking answers. Let them
You
give
make
their
me so
own authentic.
sick.
I know I do. Let them give their real answer instead of trying to tell them what they need to say. Because if every woman will repeat what you said and say, we give a
But
man
we gotta
peace,
learn though. We gotta
man.
learn though, and
Well,
the
I
only
don't
way we
want them
can
to
learn is
learn
from other
here.
systems.
This ain't for them to learn here. You hold a class and teach their ass.
I'm gonna get your ass.
Let these women tell their true opinion. I'm not finna give them the answers. They should already know. Why would I give them the answers so they can take the answers and go in and fake the funk with men? I'm not trying to get men hurt. I'm not trying to get men waste their time waste. So why would I tell all these women this is what you need to say? This is what you need to say when a man asks this question. So they can go out and trick men and waste their fucking time. I wouldn't do that. I got a son that's gonna be dating.
I get your point. I get your point.
Y'all can go to teach a class wherever y'all want to.
Okay, you already made your point.
I'm not done making it. Does it bother you that I'm still making it?
No, you just drilling it in and you strip the
Because I
nut
want
all
y'all
out.
to know why I stop y'all women when y'all start to try to give these young girls game. Because the young girls don't want the game. So I don't want to give it to them. If you want to give it to them, you can start a live. I will share the live out to them. You can teach them. I've tried to help them. I'm still trying. And they keep pushing back. They don't want it. So I'm not going to keep trying to help them if they don't want it. Period. Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
Thank you, thank you. First and foremost, I want to say I come in peace. But first and foremost, most women in the USA were raised to mostly survive, not to serve their man. And if you understand how to serve your man is to bring peace. Every day he works, every day he moves forward, he is battling the world. So when we come home and we open our door, we just want peace. I don't need no money from you. I see a lot of people talking about women with children already. Listen, what you did in your past is what you did in your past. If I like you for you, you just got to bring me peace. I'll take care of everything on the other side. I am a full man. A full man. I will take care of everything else. I just need peace when I get home.
Goddess, why do it matter how many men on here are married? Why do that matter, Goddess?
Listen, I'm
because
married. Yeah, what that got to do
No,
with
no,
it?
I'm not. I'm asking her. Why
no,
does
I
that
think you
matter,
did
Goddess?
well, Gladys. Because I feel like I see a lot of men that are like what women are and should and shouldn't be. But I wonder why these men aren't attracting that. Just a
It
question.
doesn't. Where? Okay, I'm gonna ask you the question. I've asked 5 women. Where are they?
Well, what?
Bingo. What do you mean? The women that you saying that we talking about we want that we ain't attracting. Where are they?
They at Target. They at
No, they ain't.
Dolls. They
No,
They're not
everywhere.
at Target.
Surely
no. Let's
Home
do this. Let's
Depot.
do
We
this. Hold on. Let's
everywhere.
do this.
I don't know why y'all think we at a
men,
specific place. Not a
men
group
go
meeting.
to. It is a specific place. We
Right, with
know.
their husbands.
God is. We know the specific places. It ain't in America.
Okay, well then travel, I guess.
Okay, well, appreciate you encouraging us, sister.
I
Thank
do
you.
encourage traveling, though. I
Thank
do.
you. Thank you, sister.
But can
You
I
know I
But
love
to
you.
but
the
to say
topic?
that the women are in Target is bullshit.
I mean, I go to Target all the time.
Okay, well, when next time you go to Target, come on the live and say, "Here's one of the women y'all were talking about. She's a beautiful catch. She says
Oh,
she
y'all want
needs
me
a
to find the
man.
women for
She
you?
doesn't
I
have the
can't do that,
mindset of the
darling.
women. She does not want to be independent and be in a relationship at the same time. When you find her, bring her here.
Why would I bring her here?
Yeah, you'll be looking for 100 days and 100 nights.
Okay.
The
I don't know
point
what
is
you
a
want me to
pound,
say.
bro. Just
Topic
bring it.
Okay.
She'll find it.
before I have to
Mm,
drop?
Okay, Goddess, are you done?
I'm done, baby. Go ahead.
Thank you, my dear. Enjoy your day. I'll bring you back up. I want to move some people around. Thank you.
Okay, baby.
Thank you for your unpopular opinion.
Okay, honey. Have a good one.
You too.
I'm just checking in.
Thank you. I need that. Thank you for that. Okay. Beauty. What did it say? Beauty nurse.
Hey, so I feel like people have to one stop generalizing people and not when you say things you have to be careful because you can't speak for all people. But I feel like the question is, what do women bring to the table? A good woman, she should bring help. I don't know how spiritual everybody is, but God created the woman for help for the man. So I feel like that's what a woman's
I'll
role.
bring you back, Michael. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Now you're good. I feel like that's what the woman's role is, to bring help, to bring peace, um, to be feminine, um, to have children, and she can't do that without the man. So I mean, it's a big disconnect between men and women. It's like it shouldn't be no beef. Like we are here for each other. We're supposed to be here for each other, and people gotta stop letting their bad experience with one person determine how they feel about all men or all women, because that's just not gonna get you nowhere at all. I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay. So real quick, what is your name? Kadania? 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 Is that your name?
No.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking
Oh,
her.
okay. It's like, well,
Kadania? Are you there, ma'am? Kadania, are you there? I'm gonna give you one more chance. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, yeah. I had told you that you were too young, but do you, since you keep requesting, what would you like to add to the conversation?
I would like to say straight to the point, emotional intelligence, support and encouragement, communication skills, shared responsibilities, shared passions and interests, and companionship.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you so much.
Ian, thanks a lot.
All right.
All right.
So this is what we're gonna do. So, beauty nurse, to be honest with you, I really didn't hear most of what you said. Would you like to just sum it all up in a few words? Because I want to respond to what you said. Please. I apologize. So it was a lot going on.
no, that's okay. I would,
Thank you.
and like I said, I don't know how spiritual people are, but I feel like as women, we should bring help and support, definitely peace. And I pretty much was just saying that I feel like um, people take their experience from with one person and they just hold that against everybody, all men, all women, and you can't do that. And you guys were saying like, where are the good people? I personally feel like they everywhere. You just have to not be judgmental.
Okay, so let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
because I hear a lot of people saying what you're saying, that we can't speak for everybody and that stuff. So let's just speak to you and you speak to me. How about that? Would that be fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you bring to the table in a relationship?
What do I bring to the table? I personally feel like I bring open mindedness. I am smart, intelligent, and I understand. I try to understand the needs of a man, and I would hope that as a man they would understand the needs of a woman. And I saw somebody in the comments saying "pick me." I hate that word. Like,
No,
I don't
what?
know
No,
what
no,
that
no.
means.
Me and you talking right now. So far, you haven't said a lot of things that you bring to the table, but I'll let you finish
Okay,
because
yeah,
you
because
said
I'm
that
just
you
kind of
bring.
rambling.
You said that you bring education to the table,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start saying what you would hope that the man has. So I was asking you, what do you bring to the table
What do I
in a
bring?
relationship?
So I feel like, as a man, I don't want to say the wrong
Ma'am,
thing, but men
beauty
should
nurse,
be like,
beauty. Wait a minute, beauty nurse. You're a black woman, so you're sis, your sister, and I really care about you and your feelings. If you
okay.
don't know, I will respect you if you say I don't know, and then maybe you can hear from a man what we would like for you to bring to the table. It's no right answer, it's no
Well,
wrong
I can say
answer,
what I
but it's
think I
somewhere
bring
in
to the man.
between there is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if you don't know.
No, I know. I know what I bring. I just think I'm
Well, we
overall,
still waiting for it.
I think I'm overall a great person. Like I said, I'm smart, I'm soft. I know how to treat my man like a man. I ain't perfect. I
Okay,
would like
so
to hear
beauty,
what do men
do me
want.
one favor, beauty.
Uh-huh.
Do me one favor. Can you mute 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you
But I
mute,
want to hear
please?
what men want too.
I know, but can you mute, please? We're gonna get there now. And this is what you do out of love, and this is going to be the harsh reality. So, King One, I want to ask you this because you're a man. What did you hear that she said that she actually brings to the table? I didn't hear not one thing.
Not a damn thing. It was nothing. Did she ever even start saying anything?
So okay, thank you, King. The harsh reality is that a lot of these women don't bring anything to the table but themselves, and themselves is not enough. But the fact that they haven't, they should show these women that they have been mistreating men. If you've been showing up with just yourself and nothing else, you've been mistreating men. Because you've been gaining and they haven't gained anything. They haven't benefited anything from being with you. All right, I'll come back around, Beauty, and try to get there. Mr. Call me. Go ahead, brother. Go honey base trying to give him the answers again. Go ahead, Mr. Call.
You gonna let me talk?
I'm gonna let you talk in a minute because I know you're gonna give all the damn tea.
Definitely don't want to. I didn't even ask the question. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go, Bunny. Just let me let this dude talk real quick, and you can go next, and then we'll get to honey base since you want to be everybody's grandmama. Go ahead, Mr. Carl. Brother, I don't know why you come up here if you don't want to talk. Do you? Okay, let's do this. I don't know. Go ahead, Bunny.
Now, I don't, you said you don't want us to give them the answers. So,
No, you can't. No, you can. You can say what you want to freely.
okay.
But
So,
but the reason why I stop y'all is that I don't want y'all to say it while they're talking, while they're giving their answer from themselves. I don't want y'all to say this is what we should give, so then they can say it.
Oh, because I'm
Now
thinking we can't help at all. I'm like,
yeah,
hold on.
no. What I'm
I was
saying
like, maybe
is.
I shouldn't say nothing.
No. I want y'all to say whatever y'all want to say, but my thing is, don't say it while if they giving their answers and they don't bring shit to the table. That's them. Don't try to give them something they can say to lie to me.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
Okay, I got you.
Let them be their own person,
Let
basically.
them be their
Let
own
them tell.
person. Because a lot of these women don't
Wait a
know.
minute.
They
You always
bring
jumping
nothing.
on me.
Go ahead, Bunny, and then Honey Base can go and try to tell all our secrets.
Okay, so basically, and a lot of this I think men are really looking for, but this is what my answer would be for what I bring to the table. Respect, peace, submission, cooperation, compromising, communication, physical intimacy, appreciation, service, so his helpmate, faithfulness, selfless. I'm selfless. I'm faithful.
I hope you ain't reading off the internet.
No, I ain't looking at none of that. I actually need to be doing some damn work. You got my ass had to go to the bathroom so my son can stop interrupting me.
But that's a lot of stuff that you bring to the
Because
table.
it's what really that you should as a partner.
Exactly. You bring stuff
Bringing that.
that's beneficial to the man, and he should be bringing stuff that's beneficial to you. It doesn't benefit a man for you to, oh, I have all these degrees. Oh, I make this amount of money. That's not beneficial to him. That's only beneficial to the type of man you don't want. Because you don't want to take care of no man.
And that's my thing. A lot of men don't care about bringing money to the table. My spouse can care less on how much I bring to the table and if I can financially take care of home for that's go, you know what I mean, a roof over his head. And a lot of times we do state things that we bring to the table that he can pay for. When two of the number one things that a man is looking for, from what I've heard, from what I learned from my father, should I say, is peace and respect. So if he can pay for other things such as cooking and cleaning and still have his peace and not have to worry about somebody disrespecting him, he'd rather go that route. Also, I know it was stated earlier before I missed that point because I've been trying to make sure I remember that. There's something, and I know it's a fight. I know it's a big fight where a lot of women like, okay, look, I come with a package with my children. I get that. And I'm not saying that women with kids don't deserve less. I'm not stating that. But there's something that turns a man on when he watches his woman take care of his seeds.
Or part-time.
I'm sorry, what? Okay. There's something that turns a man on when he watches his woman take care of his children, his seeds, while he's providing for her and his own children, instead of busting his behind and having to take care of somebody else, someone else's kid. And then then he appreciates her a lot more. I didn't want to forget that part. He appreciates her a lot more because that's a sacrifice that she's making in order to take care of his kids.
All right. Go ahead, Honey Base.
Okay, stop saying my name like at my last resort. Okay,
Yeah.
you know I can't stand you. Listen, this is a cheat code, but it is a very healthy one. And if we are to know exactly what a mother should be telling her son to look for, we need to go to Proverbs 31.
Hold on. I want you to start over. Beauty Nurse, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I hope you're listening closely to what these two women are saying because they're giving you the answers that you said you want to know. So when I come back around to you, you know, this is what you should be bringing to the table. Everything Bunny said, which I hope you were listening, and what Honey Base is about to say. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, listen, ladies, young ladies, okay? If you go to Proverbs 31, it is the only scripture where a mother is talking to her son.
I'm sorry, I gotta do this. The lady said the woman is the motherfucking table. Go ahead.
Okay, listen. Now, you know, what I'm saying is if we really want to know, what it is our role is to be, we need to go to Proverbs 31 and you need to read that because no one is really reading it because it starts out with the word of King Lamel, but it's actually his mother that is speaking to him and telling him what to look for in a wife. And so when we get here, when I constantly keep saying peace, we don't realize how big that is. Peace comes with age and maturity, because we create havoc when we're younger, because we think that we have a lifetime to right our wrongs and things of that nature, and that's just not true. Men are tired of our stuff. We have messed up a lot of men. I'm sorry, before somebody writes in the comment, I have messed up a lot of relationships with me needing them to be things that I was not to myself. Now I am in a position where I can truly say that I have peace. So I am saying to you, don't just pop off and say the word peace because it sounds good. Truly know what peace means, and that means being able to stand still and wait for him to pick you, not what you put on. Men can care less about the lashes and the haircut and everything else that we value. The thing that he values most is the things that we don't even look at or examine as a woman. So I am suggesting that we go to Proverbs 31, and if you read it, it's all spelt out there. And we need to consider that. I'm a pause before you get smart
Thank you.
strength.
Thank you. If one of the moderators in here, the next time a woman says that the woman is the table, please pin that comment if y'all can. I can't do it for some reason. Uh, Beautiful nurse.
How do I do that?
I don't know. You probably supposed to hold it down and then it do it. Cash know how to do it. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But beautiful nurse. Okay, nobody can do it. Beautiful nurse, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Look, there she go. Talking about the one. Indigo, you better stop. Did you hear what those two women said, and did it make any sense to you?
Oh yeah, I appreciate that and respect that. They had some very great points. Very great
Okay.
points. Now I did
Why?
say
Why do you
support
think? Why do
stuff like
you
that.
think
I don't think
that?
y'all heard me, but
Why do you think that your list of things was so small?
well, I guess after listening to them, like I said, they have some great points, and I do
But see,
agree. All
this is
women
why
are
I didn't
not
want them to
perfect.
speak before you spoke, because you
Yeah,
talking about what
because
they said. They gave you the answers. Now we passed the answers that you got.
hmm
Because I don't want it. You don't have to put on the front for nobody. You don't have to impress
no,
anybody. You have to just be you, and and
and
and, and we
sometimes
all need to
women
do that.
don't
But
know.
what I'm,
I
but
mean,
hold on for a
they don't
second.
know.
All right. So
hmm
so what I'm asking you is that, like, have you never, has a man never wanted to require a lot from you?
I think a man ain't good with communicating sometimes, or they just are, or I don't know what it is,
Uh,
but
uh,
sometimes,
what you
and
said
that's
is
why I
exactly
appreciate
true.
when men speak because I like to hear from the men. I hate when men ask questions and then like all the women answer for the men. I love to hear from a man perspective because that's the only way you'll know. Versa, men should want to listen to what women say
Okay.
about
So so
women.
so so let's do
So
this. So let's do this. Because the reason why men don't speak is because I don't think a lot of women would accept, understand, or be able to handle what they would say. Do you think you can respect, understand, and be able to handle what men would say?
yeah, the mature person I
Okay,
am
so
today. Now,
okay,
maybe
so
when I was
okay,
younger, in my 20s, no.
okay, so what do you want to know? We have one, two, three men up here. We're gonna speak, and you said you can handle it. So what do you want to know?
Okay, well, the two ladies answered it, but I guess, okay, let's hear it from a man. What should a woman bring to the table? What can she bring
Okay.
to the table? Because sometimes it seems like when they say what they bring, it's like that's nothing. So what should a woman bring to a table? What does a man need from a man's perspective?
All right, so King, you can go first, and then we'll go to the matter of fact. You can go first, brother. Toby. You can go
Okay.
first, and then King, and I'll go last. Go ahead.
Good morning, or good whatever time of the day it is. All right, panel. Bless up us. Okay, all right. A man, what does a man need from his woman? Virtue, a nurturing spirit, a feminine lady, and a woman that will always want best from our man in every case and is pleasing to her man in the bedroom. And the word a woman to me what I want as a man is a woman to listen and not quick to throw jobs and slurs. And when she don't know anything or she don't know as much as me, ask me to explain it to her. We want our peace. We really want our peace. Respect also. And I digress.
All right, King, you can go ahead, brother. Then I'll go last.
This is a way to duck and dodge and avoid the question. So I don't want the question to be avoided. So what are you offering a man? What do you have to offer?
She already said she don't know what she brings to the table. She said support. That was the only thing. So she already said that.
So no, so that's just what a single woman forever or what?
Beauty, do you want to respond? Do you want to answer that, or you just want to hear where he feel, where his opinion?
Because the thing was
Because
echoing. You say what now?
Is that so? That's being a single woman forever, right?
You say, is that what I bring to the table? Single or no?
No, that's the plan. If all you're offering is support, then you plan on being single forever.
I can't get my phone. No, that's not all I bring.
okay, I don't think she really get what you're trying to say. But
That's not all I bring.
if
It's
you don't
just
want to respond, King, I can go ahead and tell her what I think, because I don't think she really is, comprehending what's going on.
If you ain't offering the man everything, then don't waste his time or yours.
Okay.
I just feel like
This is my thing is
that
my
you can bring. Like it's so
hold
much.
on, beauty. Hold on, beauty. 1 second. For me, I just think I would want a woman to bring her. I would want her to bring her. And when I say her, that means like men have to share women with too many things. You got these women that's enrolled. They want these extravagant careers. They want to have this extravagant lifestyle. They want to be out here having all this fun. But when you're doing all those things, your man is sharing you with all these people. He can't enjoy you. He can't enjoy what he chose. The things that he liking you, that he valuing you, that attracted him in the beginning, a lot of those things would attract all these other entities that you have going on in your life. So you're telling him to share you. You're telling him to not be able to fully enjoy you because you're not available. A lot of you women are not available. Y'all have all this stuff going on, whether it could be your career, whether it could be school, whether it could be children, whether it could be whatever it is. You don't have enough time for a man. You don't even have time for a man. Peace. Women need to bring peace. The world is destructive. The world is hard. And the black man has a major target on his back He has no love out there. This is why women need to bring peace to the table and make that space for him so he can keep a clear mind, so he can make those plans to succeed, so he can really be able to focus on fulfilling that vision that he has. This is what women need to bring to the table. It's quite simple. Women want to bring everything to the table that the man already has. If you bring a whole Thanksgiving dinner to the table and I bring a whole Thanksgiving dinner to the table, what sense do it make to have 2 turkeys, 2 pans of dressing, 2 bowls of potato salad, 2 pans of baked macaroni and cheese, what all that food on the table and we sitting right there, we came to eat together. We're the opposites for a reason. Go ahead, beauty nurse. Out of what me and Toby said and King said, what did you think about that?
It sounds saying 100%. I feel like, so I think I first said the woman brings help, and I said God created the woman for help. But I feel like that's one word, but it means so much. Like women are there for lots of things. They could be there for encouragement, like you say, especially being a black man and the things that black men face, dating all the way back to slavery, how they were taken from their homes and how they weren't able to be the leader. Okay, fast forward to now, we still have effects on it. So I feel like women have to be supportive. They have to encourage their man that they can be the leader that they are destined to be. But it's just a long list of things that I feel like it falls under the umbrella of help, and that was what I meant. Like I can't just spell it all out because it's so much. It's not just one or two, three things. Like,
Beauty.
mhm.
Out of everything we said, what you took from it is I need to defend what I said. So you didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything.
I heard everything.
No, you
I
didn't. So
heard
why?
everything that y'all said.
I asked you, what did you think about what we said? And what you said was, but what I said was, and that could mean all this. So basically, you didn't respond to what you heard that we said. So you weren't fucking listening.
I was, but only two of y'all said something. Whoever the king are, he didn't say
Okay,
nothing.
but the
But
two
I
is
heard
enough
you
though.
because see what I was saying was you said something about peace and stuff, and I'm agreeing with you. Like I agree, but I feel like it's so many different things. Like we could really talk
No,
all
it's
day
not,
about.
man. Peace has one definition, and it's not the same definition as support.
Well, I don't believe it's just like no one or two things. It's just complex what a
All
woman
right,
should
man. So
bring.
basically, what you're trying to say is that you said everything we said. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I
So what are you
understood what
trying to
y'all said,
say?
and I was adding to it.
Okay.
I was adding to it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. I asked you what you thought about what we said. I didn't ask you to add on to it, but if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I understood and I appreciate it. I listened to what y'all
I
said,
hope you
and
did. I hope you did
yeah,
because it would only affect you whether you did learn some or not. That will affect you only.
I
So it
agree.
is what it is. Okay, so I'll come back around. Kelly, no filter. How you doing?
I just came in. I think Indigo or
Ma'am, why do you have to come up here
Indigo.
trying to be in control, man? Why? Can you respond to the topic?
Okay, I just didn't want to overstep somebody that was here.
But ma'am, don't you see where it says host? I called on to you.
Okay.
Like, do you even know her? Like, why do y'all want to be in the sisterhood so bad? Like, okay, like, just speak.
Okay. What women bring to the table: peace, honesty, loyalty.
You see, honey, base. When you give them the answer, every woman gonna say peace from now on.
All right.
The whole conversation, every woman gonna say peace. Thank you, honey. Go ahead, Kelly.
Communication, caregiver. There's a lot. It's not about money. It's not about money. It's not about the job that you have. communication goes a long way. It's not about the sex. When you go, I am 45. I am married.
What you mean it ain't about the sex?
The sex, because as you get older,
A woman needs to bring sex to the table.
it does. It does. I'll give
Okay, yeah. So it is about the sex. Sex is important.
to an extent, and the
No,
reason
no, no,
I say
no,
that is
no,
as
ma'am. Not to an extent. Sex is important.
sex is important.
Okay, but why do you feel like it's important to an extent?
As you get older and you get married in a relationship, that is not the most important thing. You have health issues. You may have mental issues. The sex is not going to be your main priority. Yes, it might be there, but that's when the communication
Ain't no
and
might be there. It's gonna be there.
it's going to be there. But
Yeah,
that's the
okay.
difference. That's where the mind stimulation comes in. You may not be able to perform. You may actually have medications or mental health issues to where, that sex may not be there, and it shouldn't be based upon that. Yes, it is important. That's when you get ahead and you have the communication level. And that's when you're sitting there. I may not be able to perform. I may not be able to do that. But what I can do is I can sit there and we can have a movie. We can have a discussion. We can have other things. That's when the mind stimulation comes in, and your basis of the relationship is not focused on sex. If your basis of the relationships is focused on sex, it's not going to work.
Well, the question was, what do women bring to the table in a relationship? So we weren't talking about 20 years later.
No, well, peace. You have to. If that man,
Well,
me,
what
for
we're talking
example,
about sex. You
okay,
said
if that man,
so. She should bring sex, right?
she should bring sex, but it shouldn't be the
Should she
most
bring a
important thing.
lot of sex or a little sex?
A little.
Nah, a little. If she brings a little sex to the table, men are not going to marry her.
There's a difference between I love you. There's a difference between I'm in love with you, and there's different.
Ma'am, you don't get it. You don't bring "I love you" to the table when you first showing up.
No, you bring peace. You bring communication.
And sex. What do you have?
That's your first
What do
initial
you
thing.
have
Your
against
first
sex,
initial
man?
thing is sex.
What do you have against sex?
I don't have nothing against sex.
Okay, well, it's important then, right?
Right. I've been married for 12 years.
Okay. Did you bring sex to the table?
Yes. It was
Okay.
part of it, but it wasn't the most important thing. That's not the most important thing when you get ahead and you're wanting to get married. That's not the most important thing. That's
Baby,
part of the
baby,
relationship. That's
baby
part of it.
Dream, you said the host is overly emotional. I would love to explain to you why I am or I'm not. But you only have 60-something followers, so you're not relevant. Go ahead, Kelly.
The sex is not the most important thing. Your peace.
Why everybody coming in here with these rainbows on by their profile name? Like, what does the rainbow mean?
Me is because I'm a bisexual woman.
Oh, okay.
That's what the rainbow means for me.
So are you bisexual and you're married to the man?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I've had my relationships with women. I am married.
Okay.
I don't have no problem looking at a woman just like you do.
That's okay. Why are you offended, man? That's perfectly fine. I love to see women kissing each other. So why are you bothered?
Most of the time,
Do
that's
you
a
think
fantasy.
I have an issue?
That's a fantasy.
Look at the man. Oh, there's a man that said he's bisexual. Wow, no problem, brother. Do you, brother? Okay, so Kelly, what? Is that all you wanted to say?
Yes, I mean, I can get into an explanation if you like, but if no, I'm more than happy to step down.
Explanation about what?
You have to, when you say peace, that man wants to come home. That man doesn't want to hear arguing. That man does not want to hear fussing and fighting. That man wants to come home to a peaceful environment to where he can release his stress. He has somebody to communicate with. He has a dinner cooked. That's what he wants to come home to. He doesn't want to come home to you bitching and crying. Well, where have you been and why haven't you helped with the children? He doesn't want to come home to that because he's had a stressful day. A man goes some women don't have the understanding of what a man goes through. That man who's going and providing and putting a roof over your head, you don't understand what he goes through, of how stressed he is to make
Y'all
sure
need
that
to tap the screen.
provided.
Tap the screen. Just put some lights, please.
The stress that a man goes through, that my husband goes through, is tired as he may be, to go ahead and put roof over the head, making sure me and the kids are okay. That is stressful. He goes through his own stress. He may not be able to, talk
Kelly,
about it or
are you
say
having a good morning
but
so
that's
far?
what he is.
Are you having a good day so far?
Yes.
All right. All right. You sound a little like upset.
No. I'll be more than happy to jump down and somebody else can come up.
Can I ask you a question?
Kimberly wants to ask you a question. Go ahead.
No, I don't have a question for Kelly.
All right. Well, Kelly, you're more than welcome to stay, or you're more than welcome to leave. We'll come back. I'll come back to you. Go ahead. All right. All right.
My comment is about when you ask what women bring to the table. I don't believe it's peace. I believe peace is an inside job. I believe if you look for your peace outside of your own self, that's a problem. That means you might not be emotionally mature or ready for a relationship, because that is an inside job. I believe what people bring to a relationship is support.
What's the definition of peace?
Peace is an inside job. Peace is being okay with who you are, where you are, and what
Do you want me to pull up the definition, or can you do it?
Peace is an inward contentment.
What is the definition of peace?
You go ahead and pull up your definition. Go ahead.
Oh, Lord. All right, we'll come back to you. Let me pull up the definition. Is it opal or Oprah or Apple?
No, opal, like the stone.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Yes. So, as you were talking about what woman or a wife bring to the table, right? Women normally are spiritual, so they're able to they're able to protect spiritually. They're able to protect the environment. They're able to protect their environment, their home, and their children because of their spirituality. So therefore, the man is safeguarded when he go out and when he comes in. So when you go out, there's no like evil or no other forces can come through based on the woman spiritual level that he used to protect his household, his husband, and the household, what he brings to the table. So the women most times are, we call them, they see, sometimes they see ahead because of their spirituality and because of their femininity that they have when they have that divine, their divine self, when they're operating into that divine self. So they are a spiritual protector. And based on that, if their husband have a vision that he wants to accomplish, he can be that strength because she's not sharing herself with any other avenue. So it's better like you, both people are like become one because she's not say I'm sharing myself with this person, that person, or the job world or this. So she can stay within herself, help her husband to become that creative man or that strong man that he wants to be. And that brings security to the man, that brings a sense of strength and a sense of man who is in charge of a home. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Please say something. Let me know if I'm making any sense.
No, you good, bro. You good. You good.
What in the random woman are we talking about?
I want you to criticize what I'm trying to say. I'm a lady. I'm 400.
You good, brother. So we'll come back around. Thank you for your opinion. Can you mute, please? We heard you. Indigo, go ahead, Indigo.
Honestly, I never ask this question. I never ask me what I bring to the table or what I bring to a relationship.
They
I'm
care
not.
about your feelings. That's why they don't ask you.
Hmm?
They care about your feelings. That's why they don't ask you.
I mean, I've gotten asked, but I don't answer it.
Why not?
Because if I have to sell, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have to sell something to you, I can tell you anything. I can make anything sound good. But I feel like by men asking this question, like, do you have any discernment? Do you have the ability to sit back and observe me and determine whether or not I'm the woman that you want at your table? But you're asking me what I bring to the table. You want me to talk to you and make it sound good.
How long
I
does
can
it
sell
take?
you a dream.
How long does it take for me to observe you and figure out what you bring to the table? How long do you think that would take?
That depends on you. That
So
depends
it
on
could
what
so it
you
could
like.
take so it could take 5 seconds or 5 minutes.
It depends on you and your ability to notice red flags or what it is that you do or don't like.
It's a red flag. The fact that you don't want to answer the question is a red flag.
It's not, because why do I
Yes,
have
it
to sell
is.
myself? Why do I have to sell my? This not a.
Man,
We're not selling Victor
so
now.
man, if you want a husband, if you want a husband, do you think you don't have to like show him who you are
Show him who I am. You just
and
said
tell
I
him
can
too?
show him who I am, but you asking
Listen,
me
you're
what
right.
do I bring to the table? I can
Exactly.
I can tell you anything.
Can I
I can sell
interject?
you a dream, and I can make it look good for as long as I need to make it look good to get
You're
what I
right.
want from you.
You're right. Okay. Go ahead.
So here's what I don't understand.
No. Let her finish, brother. Then you can go.
No, you can
Oh,
ask his question.
I don't think it's no question to be asked. If you don't want to sell yourself to a man, then hey, listen. If you find the man you want, then I would say congratulations and good luck. But you can go ahead, coach.
No, I'm trying to figure out how is why women don't feel like to tell you who they are. Knowledge itself gets you further than anything in life. So you should already know who you are, what you bring, what you have to offer. You tell me what you bring and what you have to offer, and I need to see if that fits what I'm trying to do in my lifestyle so we can go together as a team. You go into a job interview, they ask you questions, you tell yourself and throw yourself all on the table and present this big old smorgasbord of greatness. But now when I'm asking you, as I'm interviewing you to be my life partner, as you should do me too, now there's a problem. Now I don't feel like I should have to tell you nothing. Yeah, you should tell me everything so I can figure out if this is what for me and if I'm for you. Why waste time? Women have this whole ideology of you need to show me that I need to show you. No, that's not what this is. I need to know what you bring to the table so I can see if it matches what I bring to the table. If you bring in a vegan plate and I'm bringing steak, we not matching.
So if you go into an interview, you gonna sell it. You gonna sell yourself. You gonna make it sound good, right? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? I'm always on time, knowing damn well you be late 4 days out the week, right? That employer not gonna
Indigo,
really know
indigo,
you
indigo.
until
But when,
you
but
start
when you
working
wait a
and be
minute,
able to observe.
indigo. But when you get the job, you'll do what it takes to keep the job. So it's the same thing. You do have to sell yourself to the man, and when you get the job, you do what it takes to keep the man. But to sit up here and say I'm not going to say anything at all is very shallow.
My point being, you are always going to have to show. Would you rather somebody tell you or
Yes.
show you
Tell
what
me.
they have to
Tell
offer?
me, then show me.
To go back to what you said about, oh well, you say this and you show you put on this front. Don't put on the front. That's the problem now. This is why we here. Don't put on
All of the comments saying tell then show, Indigo. Tell then show. You're on an island, baby girl.
My whole point is I can tell anything. A man can tell me anything. The whole idea of what do you bring to the table, I can tell you that I bring anything to the table and make
Or
it
you
sound
can tell the
good.
truth.
That's
Or
why
you can
this
tell
whole
the truth.
conversation, like the whole question of what do you bring to the table, I feel like the question is just so pointless when you could just take your time and get to know someone instead of saying, "Oh, well, what do you
It's
bring to
point
the
is
table?"
because you're a woman. You receive everything. You get chased. You get approached. Everything
So
happens for you. It's not the same for men. It's not the same for men.
I'm also very much I am a giver, a nurturer. Like I don't
You're
feel like
all
I
these
have to
things, but
tell
you
you
don't
that.
want to answer a simple question that a man has for you.
No, because I can't. I can't tell. I can tell you that I'm nurturing, and then turn around and not be that.
Why do
I
that?
don't understand what the purpose of the question is. We come to the point
What
where it's
question
like,
should
oh well,
what
what do
question
you
should
bring
we
to the
be
table?
asking? What question should we be asking?
Whatever questions you need to answer to get
This is
into
the
the
this is
woman's
the one right
mind.
here. This
And
is the one we need to ask. But you're
no,
saying we shouldn't be asking it.
no, I mean that's like surface level.
It's not surface
Wait a
level.
minute. Wait a minute.
What do you bring to the table is very surface level.
No,
So
it's not.
where do we start at when we're trying to get to know you? The surface. You want us to just dig for diamonds on the first day?
No, you can't dig. That's the point. You can't dig for diamonds on the first day. That takes
So
time.
so that's the point. You talking about surface. On the surface, baby, what do you bring to the table for me? What are your strengths and your qualities? Don't lie. Tell us the truth. Hey, you know what? I'm a very nurturing person. If that's who you are. If you're not nurturing, look, I'm not really good with kids. I'm not really good with emotion and affection. I'm just this. So I can figure out off top who it is you are for me. If you're not emotional and affectionate, I don't need that. I'll go kick it with the homies. But if you are emotional and affectionate, okay, boom, that's check box one. Now, box two, do you like to do X, Y, and Z? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay, that does work or that doesn't work. That's the point. Women always want to try to make things confusing, difficult, and beat around the bush. We want to know who you are from jump. So if it fits, we move forward. What women have to understand is men come in looking for the box. You are a sexual item. That's what you are until you prove you're not. You have to prove your worth. I do not look at a woman and go, dang, that'll be my wife. I don't know if she has any wifely qualities, but I do look at a woman and go, damn, I'll bust that down right now. Now, when we get out of this bedroom or look at a woman and go, damn, I'll bust that down right now. Now, when we get out of this bedroom or but the look is there, then the attributes are there. That's how we pick our women. We don't look at you and go, oh, so you're nurturing? Nobody care about that. Till you feel like you need to be with a nurturing woman, till I feel like I'm ready to go to the next level with a woman. So you need to let me know when I start talking to you, hey, Indigo, look, baby, we had a good dinner. Everything was fine. I like your look, of course, because I asked you out in the first place. What do you bring to the table for me? And that's where we go. Don't lie. Don't be like, oh, yeah, because I go grind 9 to 5 and then you on EBT and welfare. Stop it.
I heard everything that you said, and I agree with everything that you said because it's pretty much the same thing that I said, minus me not wanting to answer the question. It's showing
Man, y'all women so
someone
goddamn
showing
entitled to
you
everything from us.
who they are.
Y'all feel so entitled to everything that we bring, and y'all don't have to give shit. I don't understand it. I really don't.
How? Because I'm never gonna ask a man what he brings to. That's not a question that I'm gonna ask a man. I'm gonna sit
Because
back
you
and
already
observe
getting
it.
it. You already entitled to it. You know you're going to get it because you're a woman. It's no need for you to ask. You know what
That's
he's
not
going to bring.
necessarily true,
You know
though.
what you're
Coach,
going to get. You're
can
a
I ask you a
woman.
question on what you just said? Can I ask you a question on what you just said? Was it you, the host, that just made that statement about what women bring to the table?
Do you speak English, Spanish, or Spanglish?
Very good English.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember Steve Harvey commenting on this like new wave of men saying, you know, oh, what do women bring to the table? And
I do feel it's, I don't know, I personally feel it's quite toxic. Obviously, you make your initial, like, you know, initial judgments. Like, obviously, you're not going to go with someone that looks like, you know, essentially very provocative, or like she looks like, you know, she doesn't really care about what people think or something like that. But I do feel like it's quite
Why not?
toxic.
I'm,
Say
I'm,
again.
why wouldn't you pick that? What are you saying? You're looking for looks first, right?
Oh yeah, I'm looking for, like, looks is a big part, but I'm not looking for someone who like, you know, who wears really short skirts and shows off her cleavage and stuff like that, and got loads of tattoos. And I'm not for that, man.
Okay, so what was your question?
Well, it was a sort of like, do you not feel it's quite toxic to be saying about what you bring to the table if you make your like initial judgments, and then you're like, actually, she looks okay, she sounds okay, like, you know, we're going to see where this goes.
Do you think that a man should ask a woman to see her test results for STDs?
Mate, if you have to ask that, then, you know, ask that.
What? Don't you want to know? If I approach a woman, I instantly know I want to fuck her.
Oh, right.
So why wouldn't I want to know her test results?
Oh, right. Is it the sort of thing that you're like, you know, that's all you think about?
No, it's not all I think about it, but it's important.
It sounds like that's a big part for you, though.
No,
it's not a big part, but it's part of
the same thing you said. You said, when I first see a woman, I want her to look like this, that, and the third. It's physical attraction. Nobody looks at a woman and says, I think she's my wife. You look at her and you're physically attractive. Your hormones are saying, I want to do something with her sexually. So nobody looks and says, I want to go to the altar right now with her. So it's the same thing you just said about...
That's not what the data says, though, Trell, isn't it? Like, you know, 10 out of 10s, generally, they don't get approached as much as, like, 6 and 7s. So I don't know what you mean.
Do you think people should be comfortable being in the dark?
What do you mean, Mike?
Well, it should be obvious what I mean, because, you know, it sounds like you're against a man asking questions or trying to find out about the person that he's being with. So I would figure you as the type who sits in a room with the lights out.
No, that's quite an assumption. What I was saying was, there's a difference between asking a woman questions and wanting to get to know her.
Hey, hold on. Look at all the women saying. Hold on, Sean. Look at all the women saying, Sean using logic. They hate when somebody have another opinion. Y'all can't even understand what the fuck he's saying. Look at the lady said, Sean is brilliant.
Well, no,
this man came up in.
Wait a minute.
He ain't even made a point yet.
He came up here.
What you mean?
Hold on. He came up here and quoted something that Steve Harvey said, and the lady said he's brilliant. Look, somebody said he's very
heavy. Marriage is on the rocks. Hell no.
He is very educated. Y'all women funny, man.
This is
Y'all women funny as a motherfucker. I swear to God. Okay, so lady in the comment, lady, what point did he make? Don't say nothing, Sean. Don't say nothing, Sean. The name is Lady 680. He makes a good point. What point did he make? Let's see if you're really listening or you're just on here giving oral to a man you don't know.
Well, like, you know, she can be nice to me. That's fine.
Hold on,
man.
brother.
You let her be. You let her be.
Hold on. Sonia, you said he makes valid points. What point did he make? I'm waiting on one of y'all to type it in the comments. What point did he make that was valid? Since y'all said he makes good points, he makes valid points, he's brilliant, he's educated. I haven't seen a woman type it yet. Sean, wait a minute, Sean.
Host.
The toxic comment. What toxic comment did he make?
It's hard to do it in the comments, mate.
No. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Let them type in.
Let me address what Sean said. I seen the Steve Harvey thing, and I can combat that easily. See, Steve Harvey, we get a problem. We have a problem where we get to the point we start trying to regurgitate what
Exactly. No woman know what the hell you said. None of them.
we get to the point where we try to regurgitate what celebrities say. Understand
Bro,
this.
that's not what I was doing, man.
Sonya,
No,
hold on, y'all.
no.
Sonya, why am I obnoxious? You said that he made a good point. You still haven't said what that was.
Can
Y'all
I
just
say my point
ridiculous.
now? Can I say my point? The whole point was, right, if you make your like small initial judgments, right, so you're like, oh, I like the look of her, and like, you know, she sounds okay, I wouldn't be going along the lines of, oh, what does she bring to the table? I'll be going along the lines of, you treat her like a gentleman, and then, like, you know, you play around and you be a bit flirtatious, and, you know, you enjoy yourself. But you don't go around like, oh, what do you bring to the table? Like, are you a millionaire host, just out of interest?
What are you?
May I say something? May I please?
What are you talking about?
May I please say something?
Dude, please, man, help, save us.
Wait a minute.
King,
I gotta say this.
hold on.
I gotta
The
say
lady
this to
said,
Sean.
the lady said, nice voice.
Exactly.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
I gotta say this to Sean.
You ain't gonna say nothing to Sean. Hush. Hush, woman.
He's wrong about what he's thinking.
No.
Well, let him be wrong. Why women always like, I'm already intervening and shutting this shit up. Why do women think that they need to be getting involved and correcting men? This is a man issue. Let men be men. No, it don't matter. We addressing him. We are addressing him. Let us address him.
Okay. But being tested is important.
It ain't your turn. No. I'm trying to save people. Take that cape off. Take that cape off. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. Hold on. Moral of the story is, all y'all women that come is full of shit saying he made a good point and y'all didn't know what the hell he said. Go ahead, sister.
So, like, you guys are a little unfair. You didn't let him complete a thought.
We can't hear you,
Just
man.
like-
You sound like you in a spaceship.
Seriously? This is better?
It's a little better.
I was saying, one is kind of a little unfair. You guys didn't let him complete a thought. So I think that a lot of men, when they approach a female, they want, any man wants to have sex with a female, but I think a lot of men, like grown men who approach grown women, want to know of her. Those are, all right, how long am I really going to deal with you?
I don't want to have sex with you, and I approached you just now by speaking to you.
You approach who? You didn't approach
You.
me.
I did.
No, you didn't. But
I said sister, and I started talking to you. That's an approach.
that's not an approach. But anyway,
What is that? What is that? An introduction?
that's a social media conversation.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't know there was a difference. Maybe you can educate me. Maybe you can educate me once you come out of that spaceship. But it sounds like you're inside of a fan right now.
Well, apparently I have bad connection, so you guys have a great day.
You too. Sounds like you're inside of a tunnel or something.
So again, your boy ran right into what I was going to try to say. He brought up Steve Harvey, then he asked you, was you a millionaire? Stop using celebrities' logic. Steve Harvey, who's been married 4 times, divorced 3,
Thank you.
say men can't ask a woman what she brings to the table. Well, it's different when you have millions of dollars and she don't need to bring nothing to the table. She don't need to cook. Y'all eating out. You got chefs. You got people to clean the house. You're on the road. She's with you. There's no need for her to bring anything to the table but her looks. But in a realistic world, a woman in this scenario we live in now, the way inflation is, gas prices, food. If you're not a traditional stay at home, cook, clean, take care of the kids woman, I need to know what you bring to the table. If you make $70,000 a year, but your bills is $100, you're a liability to me. You're not an asset. So yes, I'm going to ask you what you bring to the table, because at this time, box is not enough. Your box is nowhere near enough. I'm not going to go backwards in life when I'm trying to build because you did things in your life and now are, hurting me. That's not going to happen. So what do you bring to the table?
Mm-hmm.
They bring, I'm going to tell you exactly what they bring. No, and not a dollar more. They bring used, stinking coochie and a bad attitude to the table. And you can get that anywhere.
Don't forget the kids. We bring kids too.
Yeah, the damn kids too. And they also bring their new realities. Their new reality is that I don't want to be have sex until I'm married now because I got tired of having sex with men and they didn't stay.
Damn, I was gonna say that.
So now you have to wait until I feel like I want to have sex with you. Are you willing to wait on something that you've never seen, smelled, or touched before? Can you do that for me just because I'm me? I don't want to tell you what I bring to the table, but face. Fuck no. Go ahead. Is it Kelly? Kelly D. Go ahead.
Hey y'all. So basically let me answer the question, what I bring to the table, in which if someone were to ask me something like that, I would be like, the audacity. Nevertheless, let me answer. So basically I bring financial stability. I'm a homemaker, I'm a professional, I'm a businesswoman, all rolled up into one. I'm very nurturing beyond means, like I may do a little bit too much while I'm
You must
dating
have
someone.
35 hours in a day.
Actually, a woman's work is never done from sun up to sundown till the sun is done or whatever.
I didn't know there were 35 hours in a day for you to do all of that in one day.
I do a lot. I do a lot in one day. I literally have everything scheduled. So that's why I'm glad you mentioned that, because
do you have sex scheduled?
Sex schedule. What do you mean by that?
You said I have everything scheduled. Everything, it was a conclusion that you made. So do you have sex scheduled?
So if I have a partner or whatnot that I'm seeing and I'm at that point with that partner, then we do have allotted time slots or whatever else. Like I'm looking at like, hey, I'm working at this time or whatever else, and I got to do this or I got to do that.
I was married for a long time, and scheduled sex is the worst sex you can ever have.
No, it's not like you look at it as like, oh, we're going to have sex at this time. No, I'm not talking as in marriage.
That's what you just said.
I'm saying that everything is scheduled. Time spent with that person, whatever happens, happens or whatever else. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to have sex on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're not doing that. No.
I know,
and the vibe has to be right. Because if the vibe is off, a woman's intuition is keen too. Because if the vibe is off, you're not getting anything.
Kelly D, it's only on Monday, only one time a week.
Kelly, are you married or single?
Women's intuition isn't real, and neither is turnoffs.
Actually, intuition is real, and how can you tell me as a male? You cannot tell me as a male because it can feel if the vibe is off. You can feel the vibe.
It's not real.
And then let's bring it into the physical. Let's bring it into the.
Damn.
Nope.
Hold on. Nah. Hey.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Y'all harmonizing now, right? Y'all terrible.
Damn, Indigo left, so we'll give her a hug too. Nah. Hey,
Hey.
Get your ass out of
Goodbye.
here.
Nah. Yeah.
Get the
Goodbye.
boot.
Yeah, we boys to men. Don't forget they were singing to the same woman in the video.
Look, y'all, because y'all childish and hurt. Ain't nobody childish and hurt. You left. Nobody asked you to leave. You left because your sister left.
Strength. Who is D Manny? He telling me I'm in timeout.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Hey, Strength, I see in the comments one young lady told her, see, they can't answer the answer. She said,
No, I left because it seemed like everybody that come up here that has a difference in opinion, it's like automatic. It's not a conversation. So that's why I left. And I
You
wasn't
said
even put
everything you had to say, didn't you?
Yeah, and I kept getting cut off, and I said what I had
Okay,
to
so
say.
I want everybody to mute. Let her speak. Don't nobody interrupt her.
No.
Let us know when you're done.
It's not
But you're
me.
trying to
Like,
paint a narrative that's not true. So go ahead and show. Let's show these 200 people that we'll allow everyone to say what they have to say. Go ahead.
you already cut Sean off and dropped him. Then you
We're
cut.
not talking about Sean. Sean is going. Do you want to fuck Sean? Why you speaking on Sean?
And this is
You
why I
don't
dropped.
even know him. He's a
Because
stranger. Say what you have to say. Go ahead.
called everybody that come up here that has a difference in opinion
All
of
right,
what you
man.
have to
You're
say.
right.
You
Okay.
drop him. And
Okay.
cut him
I
off.
didn't drop you. I didn't drop you.
I didn't necessarily debate with you either.
All right. Well, that's okay. Then that's a smart move.
I don't think she's an honest person.
Why don't you feel like I'm an honest person?
I don't know. Even your profile picture, you look like a cheater. You just don't seem like a good person. I could be wrong.
we get back on topic.
You can tell a cheater by a picture.
Yeah, because you're not smiling. You look unhappy.
Well, I don't know if you go through. I don't know what to tell you. Go through my videos. You'll see pictures or videos.
I don't. I never go on people's
know.
pages and watch their videos. I never do that.
Well, you better look at mine.
I never go on nobody page and look at their videos. That's not something I ever.
Better
I'm
start
ever going
seeing you go on there.
Hey, Strength. You know who do that though?
Never will do it. Never.
You know who do that? Women, when you broke up with them, they all on your Facebook trying to see how your life is now after them.
I understand
You know
for the
what I'm
life
saying?
of me. You came up here and said that we
Men
not
do
letting-
that too.
You came up here and said we not letting people talk. We cutting people off, and I said, well, let's show that we're not doing that. And you said I don't have nothing to say. That makes no sense to me.
I didn't say that I didn't have anything to say. I said when I came up here, I said.
No, we're talking about now. Go ahead and speak, and nobody's going to interrupt you.
Yes, Manny, you keep addressing me like you wanna. Do you wanna have a conversation with me or something?
I would love to have a conversation with you, but I don't think you're capable intellectually to have a conversation with me. I really don't.
Repeat that.
Exactly.
No, because I wasn't even talking to you. I was addressing somebody in the comments.
Why are you talking to the comments for? I don't understand why you're doing that.
What was your question? Or
This
what was
is
the
what.
statement that you just made about?
Is your name Shama? I tried to talk to you, ma'am. You're talking to the comments. Is your name Shama or Shama? Shama?
Shama.
Oh, how you doing, Shama?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's just, sometimes when you are having the decorum or organized situation, you have some people that have ADHD, and when they try to be a part of it, they can't be still. So you have to remove them, and it seems like it hurts some people's feelings. But you can go ahead.
What do women bring the table? Bring to the table. I think women are the table.
Oh my God.
I think the world definitely revolves around women. I think if diversity did not exist for one day, men would go crazy.
In what way?
I think men would probably kill each other for women. I think men are even in, and this
You
is
can't say the K
I'm
word,
afraid.
man. Nah, 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 nah.
Get your man hating ass up out of here.
Hey, good.
Man hating ass out of here.
Nah, 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 nah. Hey, goodbye.
Get the
Now,
boo.
Indigo, do you know why she got dropped? King, can you mute real quick?
How come y'all didn't let me finish?
Because, ma'am, you said you can't say the K word. You can't say KILL here. You'll get the live shit down. You have
Okay,
to,
I will.
you
I
have to,
will. I will definitely check that.
yeah,
The reason
thank
why I
you.
said what I said is because not only are there studies, but as a forensic psychologist who does this every day of their lives, I do see that men specifically have a inherent need for women to the point where it will affect their mental health. That is just why we
No. You gotta tell
you
us
want me to bring up facts? Hold on, let me bring up.
who are
Hold on,
these
let me
people
bring
you
up my
talking
case.
about?
Let me bring up my case. You want to
Yeah, we
disagree?
need to
Let's
know.
let's
We need to
disagree
know
with
these
facts.
studies.
Hold on, someone's
Let's
background. I cannot hear.
We need to know these studies. We need to know these studies.
Shama, you're supposed to be saying what you
one
bring
is
to
a
the
Harvard
table,
study.
but
So hold on, let me bring it up.
Well, you
no,
mentioned
but
something about psychology. Are
you're
you licensed
supposed to
or
be
something?
saying what you bring to the table, but you're talking about psychology, biology.
Yeah, I think women just existing is enough.
No.
Like, bro, like I think.
She
Let me
bringing
ask you a
headaches to
question.
the table.
Bro,
Headaches to the table. That's what she
that is
I
bringing.
mean, I'd be
radical
curious.
ideology.
I'd be
Hold on,
curious to
guys, because
know.
I'm a
Hey,
very
let her
intellectual
get her
person.
point
I think
out.
we can have an intellectual
Let
conversation.
her get her point out so we can talk calmly.
Right.
Let her get her point out.
Shama,
Men
how do you
also
spell
have their place in a
intellectual?
relationship. I do believe that,
Shama,
but I
how do you
also
spell
believe that women
intellectual?
are the
How do you spell
catalyst.
intellectual?
Bro, are you serious? I'm
I,
dyslexic, so that is not even gonna tell my intellectual
I,
abilities. So now what?
I apologize. I just don't say words I
That's
can't
okay,
spell. But
but
if that's your
there's
priority,
different
then you
ways
can go
to
ahead.
measure intellectual properties. So let's remember that. Like, come on now. Um, my whole thing,
Man, she's so.
like, I do believe that there are a place for men in society, 100%. I love men, but I also know for a fact that we are, as women, the catalyst of society. Like, if we were gone tomorrow, this shit would be gone. Oh, let me stop.
I hear that boy.
Like, men will go crazy because men love women to the point where it's just like, I don't think they necessarily love us in a sense that
Shama,
they
can
want
you
to
do me a
protect us
favor?
or want to heal us, but like they feel like
Shama,
they're entitled to us. So
Shama,
once
can you
that
do me a
privilege is
Men that
favor?
talk
gone,
like that
they'll
never
go
have
crazy.
money, and they all look the
Shama,
same.
can you do me a
What's your
favor?
question?
Can you do me,
Shema,
Shama,
yeah.
can you do me a favor? Can you turn your camera on and show us what men love?
Bro, I just woke up. I'm in a bonnet and a freak.
I don't
I'm
care,
I
man.
just
You
woke
said
up. I'm
men
gonna
non-comfortable.
share
love
it with
women
you.
too much. Can
How
you
about,
show
okay,
us what men
everybody turn
love?
on their
I
cameras.
just
Let's
woke up.
go.
No. I'm asking you. Show us what
Nah,
men love.
no. Turn on your camera.
Exactly. You're not gonna
She
show us
Your
wears
what men
camera.
love.
bonnets. She wears
That's
bonnets and she
listen.
calls men
We want to have an
bro.
intellectual conversation, but then
You
you're
ain't
going
gonna
over
talk.
my
You ain't gonna
personal
overtalk me.
life.
She
I'm
wears
giving my opinion,
bonnets.
and you're
She
disagreeing.
wears bonnets. She wears
Yes, sir.
bonnets and she
And she
calls
calls men
men bro.
bro.
All right, that's enough of that shit. That's enough. That's enough. Nope. You gonna let people finish that damn. Gonna let people finish
Nah.
that sentence.
Goodbye.
And
I got a
y'all need to
question for
act
all the
better.
fellas.
Y'all need to act better now.
No. I actually have a question, like for everybody in here. Whenever I hear women talk about they don't need men, women are powerful, men can't last without them. They all look the same. They're all single, and they don't make six figures. Why do women get this hyper independency from? I mean, where do they get this hyper independency from? When on the other end, you don't hear men talking about we don't need women. We could be independent. We know we can, but we don't say it. We want to have a family. We want to grow. But it's always the women that want to prove that they're so much more, so much better, that always talk like that. But in reality, those are the women that men don't even go for. Why is that?
Point.
I don't know. Why is grass green? Black Carrie, how you doing?
Because when she was talking,
Hi,
I looked
good
at her
afternoon.
How
profile.
you doing, Black Carrie?
I'm doing great. I'm just kind of listening, just joining in.
All right, what would you like to add to the
Come on,
topic?
Black Carrie. Did y'all
Black
mute her?
Carrie.
Come on.
No, she's on pause.
I need some sisters up here.
She's on pause. Stop with the sisterhood
Men
shit.
up here, do y'all feel like y'all need women? Do y'all feel like men need women and women need men?
Can y'all
Black
hear me?
Carrie, you got a phone call, so now you got an echo. Y'all come up here getting these phone calls. Tell them men to stop calling. I'm gonna give her one more opportunity, but she might have to drop and come back.
Hey,
Black Carrie.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Can
we
y'all
can hear
hear
you
me?
now. Go ahead.
Women absolutely need men, and men absolutely need women. I need a man. I
The
love men.
question is, what do you bring? What do women bring to the
Thank God.
table in relationships? Ah, this lady right here.
Question for women that feel like they don't need to bring something to a relationship. In this era and time and age, I always say that there's no better time to be a woman than now. The way you have access to create a beautiful income from yourself is nice, right? For the women that do create a lot of money and they feel like they can't meet a man that would match their expectations, if they feel like they don't need to bring something to the table, why don't women date the way that men do? Why don't women
They
pay
do
for the
not like
dates,
when
go out
women
and
get
date the
help
man?
on his panel.
What's
They
up?
do it. That's the problem. They can't date the way the men
No, no,
date.
no. Yeah, yeah. But that's my point. Like, why don't they do that? Instead, they complain.
We'll never know. We got to get some P power in here. Let's get some P power on the line.
Said.
Let's get some P power on the line.
Do y'all feel like y'all need women? Do y'all
Black
feel like
Carrie,
men need women?
Black Carrie,
I
can you
actually
answer
believe
the
so. Yep.
can you answer the question, please, Black Carrie? Can you answer what do women bring to the table in relationships? She keep getting phone calls. I don't know who calling her, but they desperate. Okay, well, let's bring somebody up. Oh, Kaylani, you came back. Kaylani, you came back. Are you going to let us hear your voice now? Or are you going to keep speaking with sign language?
I wasn't keep talking with any sign language.
Okay, hello, Kaylani. Kaylani, are you there?
About to have a battle, so you might as well skip the niceties.
Okay, well, if you don't want me to be nice, then I won't be nice. Go ahead and talk. Why do you sound so low?
What do you mean, why do I sound low?
You sound low.
I don't know, my volume is up if that makes a difference.
Put your mouth on the phone.
My mouth is literally right by the mic.
Okay, so why do you have the opinions that you have?
Which opinion in particular are you referring to?
That women are the table.
Oh, I never said that women were the table. That was never a point I made.
Okay, what point did you make?
I don't know. You were the one that said, or somebody else said that I was saying a lot in the comments, and I really wasn't.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What do women bring to the table in relationships?
I don't know what men or women bring.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying you don't know. Thank you. You can continue.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't commenting on relationships.
Kaylani, do you need a man?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, people need people all the time.
Okay. All right.
Why y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, but you keep getting phone calls, so you keep pausing.
I'm not getting any phone calls, dear. Can you hear me loud and clear now?
I can hear you now, but before you got dropped because you kept pausing. What are you getting text messages, phone calls, or whatever? You
No,
pause
sir.
every time.
No, sir. Okay, so maybe the fellas can give me some feedback on.
See, look, you did it again. Like, what the fuck?
Can you hear me now?
It just happened again, ma'am. Your screen keeps pausing.
Oh, okay. Well, what?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Like, What the fuck wrong with women, man? Slow as a motherfucker.
Kaylani was speaking.
Kaylani ain't said shit.
No, because I wasn't responding to any particular immediate point. I just got the request to come up. So
Okay. All right. So I'm asking you,
Mhm.
if you feel like you don't know, what do you expect a man to do if he wants to be with you? Do you expect him to go off? I don't know.
I guess we need to start from the background. I just don't necessarily. I mean, I'm gonna say something kind of totally left. I think that people want relationships. I think that people need relationships. I think that people bring to the table whatever they bring to the table. I think that you demand from people what you want from them. So you seek the people out that have the things
Hey,
that
Lonnie,
you
let me
want.
ask you this real quick. If somebody asks you about you and you start talking about people, what is that then you think that tells me about you?
I don't know what that tells you about me.
It
You
tells
could.
me that you don't know yourself.
No, I do know myself. I know what I would bring, but I can't speak for what other
But
people would.
ma'am, I asked you about you and you're talking about people.
You said, what do women bring to the table?
Are you not a woman?
Yeah, but you said women. You didn't ask me what I bring. You said, what
You
do women?
said I don't know, so I asked you a follow-up question, and I said, "What is a man?" I said, "Since you don't know, if a man was to approach you, then does he supposed to go off of I don't know?" I asked you about you.
I mean, I, oh, you want me to give a laundry list of my personal attributes? Is that what you're
I
asking
didn't
me?
ask you that. Can you hear? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just don't think that your questions are specific.
Okay, my question is specific. You said I don't know
I
to what you bring to the table.
don't know
So
what
my
women.
question
Yeah,
to you is, if a man was to approach you and ask you that, and you were to say I don't know, how is he supposed to decide whether he wants to date you or not?
I mean, I guess he wouldn't because I wouldn't have an answer just ready off bat. I never wrote it down.
It's not in your mind.
No, I'm not actively dating at this juncture, so it's not in my mind actually.
Oh, so you're another unicorn. You're not actively dating.
No, I'm not saying that I'm a unicorn at all. I think that I'm a human being, not a horse
Why,
with a
why, why are you not actively dating?
um.
You say a lot. Every
Well,
time, every
apologize for
time,
saying. You're
every
right. That's
time she say everybody should tap the screen.
okay.
Keep
Um.
saying so they can tap the screen more. Go
Um.
ahead.
Um. 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 I think that what I'm looking. I don't know that I'm looking for anything right now. To be honest with you.
Can you tell me what do you know, period?
Yes.
Anything?
Yes. I know lots of things.
Can you give me one thing that you know?
That today is Saturday.
Okay. What day of the week is it?
I just said Saturday. What?
What day of the week is it? The first, second, third day, fourth day? What does it say?
Actually, that's a technical question because if you're going off, there's two different calendars. Some calendars start with Monday. Some calendars start with Sunday. So that's
Kaylani.
what?
Kaylani, do you love men?
Yes.
How do you show men you love them?
I would show anybody that I love them. I love people.
How do you show? See, you keep talking about people all the time. How do you show men that you love them?
The way that you show men love be different than the way that you would show people love.
How do you show men that you love them?
The way that I show people that I love them. I love them. I respect them. I listen to them. I give them their grace.
Have you ever been married before?
No,
Do you have plans to be?
I don't think so.
How
Is
old
there
is
anything?
everybody?
Is there anything you want to ask the panel before we move forward?
No, not right now. I was just listening.
Thank you so much, Kaylani.
I want to ask
Go
how
ahead.
old
Go
everyone
ahead.
is
Go
because
ahead,
there might be
Trap.
a generational gap.
You want to do a lot of things, but you have to wait. Go ahead, Trap.
No. I was just gonna say, you say what do women bring to the table in a relationship? So, I just feel like there shouldn't be a table there if y'all are a new couple or it's a new relationship. I think y'all should build the table yourself. The
I
table
agree.
shouldn't already.
I agree. Start building it then. Go ahead, Empress.
You on here cutting up, yeah.
You said what?
You on here cutting up today, huh, Strength?
Hey, sometimes you have a short fuse. It's part of me. It's
I'll
it's
answer your
part,
question since
it's part of me tapping into my unemotional intelligence.
I am not playing with your ass today. Since you wanted me to come up, I'll answer the question my way.
No. I brought you up because you said strength don't like when
Yeah, because
women
your
have
ass
support on
don't.
the panel.
You know, me and you talked about this on my panel, and the only thing that you kept saying is, why are y'all helping her? Why is y'all helping these women? Don't
Exactly.
help
I
them.
still agree with that. I still agree with that. Okay, let's expound on that. Why do you? Okay. Let me just ask the men up here. Why do we give them the answers? Why when we have these conversations, just like the guy that was up here, he said, "I don't think anybody should bring anything to the table. I think y'all should build the table together." Why don't we say things to try to help women instead of trying to figure out what they feel, what they think, and why they think that way? Why do we try to save them when they're not asking to be saved? This is what I want to know. I'm not about that.
I think
I'm
I
not a
think that a lot of
superhero. I'm not a vigilante. I'm not none of that. I am someone that's in search for something. That's a woman that I could love, trust, and that will bring me peace and that we can build a life together. But what do I gain for telling all women this is how you should do this? This is how you should answer this question. This is how this should be. These are grown ass women. They should already know. I'm not finna tell them anything.
Do you
Period.
think do you think that y'all giving them the answers, or do you feel as though they're still trying to figure it out?
No, that's it. But if I tell them, that's just like I told Honey Base earlier. She kept trying to speak when the women was speaking that, saying that they don't bring nothing to the table. And she kept saying peace. You supposed to bring. So I let her talk. She said talked about peace. Now every woman that come up keeps saying peace.
Okay, so have you ever had women up? Because I'm kind of late. So did any woman say that she brings culture? She brings
Nope.
adventures. She
Nope.
she she's the spine. She's the
Nope.
mother. She's the mother nature
Nope.
because she brings birth to you.
Nope.
She's the reason why she gives the man the opportunity. And when I say
Nope.
this, means she opens up
Nope.
doors so he can go and provide more for the
Empress, they
family.
didn't say none of that, Empress. They didn't say none of that.
Oh, and by the
None of
way,
them.
I'm not no more. Look, y'all, I'm not no fucking cheap ass table. Do you understand me, baby? I move. I move mountains. So I don't fucking just stand there and sit there and get deceased. Don't y'all stop saying that y'all a damn table. We ain't no table. Y'all not the table. Women, we move shit in a relationship. And I don't bring anything to a damn table. I'm going to offer it. And it's up to a man to receive it. So I'm not bringing it. I'm going to offer it to you. Okay? This is what I offer to you. And if you don't take it, then that's fine. But guess what? Let me bring my attributes somewhere else because, baby, I'm coming strong. Period.
So how exactly do you offer it? Excuse me.
By actions. Like we could talk all day long. You understand what I'm saying? But by actions, because when a woman enters a house, you're gonna be able to turn that bitch into a home. Not every woman is capable of doing those things. Okay, it has to be installed in her already from a place where she already come from. So it is not like how they said, it's not built in her when she meets you. It's already installed. You can tell when it's installed because the minute that she enters, your
Empress,
palace.
hold on 1 second. You said a lot, Empress, and I love everything you said. Indigo, did
Yeah.
you learn? Did you learn anything from what she said?
So yes, I did. But let me ask Empress, do you believe in answering this question for a man, or do you believe in just showing him, like, are you going to answer this question if a man asks you, like, well, what do you bring to the table?
I'll be honest with you. I never had it because I presented it. I never had a man that asked me what I brought to the table because once they decided to choose me, I showed them. As you can see, sometimes we have to, when you say, oh, how women say this, I open up safe spaces. You know how to fucking tell if a man is in a safe space? It looks something like this. That's a man laying on me right now, fucking snoring in his vulnerability, just allowing himself to be
No, thank
in
you.
my motherfucking environment. Like we just said, join each other's company. I'm on here. He's in my little blue little blanket. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. I did that for a reason. Cause you know some people, like you say, they don't believe you. It's all talk. No, it's not talk. My man sitting right here.
Bingo.
Because you said exactly what I said. Showing
Yeah.
action. That's
She
all.
said,
That's the only
but
question.
no, Indigo, you didn't learn anything because she said
I
I
learned.
presented. She said I presented. Did you not, Empress? Did you not say that? She said I presented to him. You saying that he needs to see it after the fact. She says that she presents it to him. Y'all did not say the same thing. Then you're not listening.
Presenting something that's showing. That's an action.
You're right. So when a man approaches you, you show him. Showing and presenting is two different things. You don't want to learn. So let's move forward. You don't want to learn.
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing, baby girl. Mark, go ahead.
I'm going
All
straight.
right.
I'm being a baby.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate all them words, even though they didn't learn anything. Presenting something and showing somebody something is two different things. Indigo, instead of trying to be right, you should want to, instead of trying to prove that you're right by what you said, if you really want something, then you'll try to explore different things. And ask you. You said then I won't answer, but I'll show you throughout a period of time. That's what you said. She said that he don't have to ask her because she presents it to him. She's already showing it to him, and then he says, "Yeah, you the one." Still don't get it, Empress. I mean, Indigo. You still don't get it.
You right.
This shit is sad.
Go ahead, Mark.
Sad. Extremely.
Hashtag you was here first. It sound like you got a lot of noise, but go ahead. Hashtag go ahead.
I'm gonna wait till I park.
All right, go ahead, Mark. All right, I told Mark to go like 10 times. He still ain't said nothing. I told you 10 times. All righty. This other person.
Wait, what's that?
He got a
I
phone
think I
call.
missed that.
See you later. I don't know why everybody coming up here just to be on the phone. All right, honey base, you can take it away.
Because all you're going to do is tell me that I'm giving stuff away.
No, you can give it away.
But listen, it's some
But
valid things.
I hope they learn something. Instead of when a woman gives them all them gems, the only thing they say is, "That's what I said." Okay, well, if you already know, it's nothing else for us to talk about. You got it, sis. Keep doing your thing.
Listen, we got
I know one thing. Some women laying alone, and some women got a man laying next to them. That's the one thing that we can all agree on.
this. I think there's some valid points that have been made. I think there's a lot of valid points that have been made. But I think that we sisters still are missing the key. A lot of us are missing the key component. We're sitting up here giving an answer to a question, but we're not willing to hear men when they're telling us
what it looks like, what we bring. We're not willing to hear that. We're still going on our education, our strength, and things of that. And the only way that we can physically have what my answer is if we have it from within first. And that is peace. I have to keep going back to that. We can't be, if you can't be peaceable within, how are you going to project that to a man? All you're going to do is bring him chaos. And he already has enough struggles out there. So I have to keep saying that because it is so true. We want the benefit of a man.
Hold on
We
one
want to
second.
give him hell.
Hold on. Thank you so much, Lots for Life. She said, "This is so tiring. I'm sorry, real men are dealing with this.
Yeah.
Thank you for being sorry for us because it's hard as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Trying to reach out to these women, trying to get them to understand what we feel, how we think, and trying to hear them out so we can come to a common ground. And all most of these women is saying that I'm the table, that I don't have to tell you what I bring to the table and all this stuff. I don't get it. No communication, no compromise, no grace." Go ahead.
No, you good. Yeah, you good. After a while, you think you just beating something to death.
Yep.
And because that's literally what it's starting to feel like. Because I've been saying the same thing. I haven't changed my position. You know what I mean? We have to be the soft place to land, and to think that we give up something by doing so. We also gain
Can
a
you
lot.
somebody said, can you give an example of giving a man peace?
Be peace with yourself. Be at peace yourself. Be at peace yourself. It's self-explanatory.
That's how you give a man peace, by being peace yourself?
No. Meaning, when peace is a very broad word that I would use. Okay, when I'm saying that, that means I'm not bringing my trauma to him. I'm not giving him a heartache when he comes in. I don't have a slick mouth when he's talking to me. I'm not being a burden on him. I realize that everything that he does is because he so chooses to be that in my life. And I have to, those things come from within me. That's not something that he has to project upon me. That's peace. I'm okay. I'm okay with him being the man. I'm okay. I'm all right with that.
Private. You said in the comments, "Girl, stop it. He has to do his work before he meets me. He needs to come in peace." Can you elaborate?
It's wow. Going to attract.
No, let her talk. Go ahead, Private.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that she was. I
No,
apologize.
I was asking her. Go ahead, Private.
I believe that a man needs to do his work just as a woman should.
Why all these people keep pausing today? Go ahead. You went on pause.
It might be TikTok.
I think that it is unfair when the question is constantly being posed to women what we bring to the table rather than to both parties. I don't think that the pressure should be on me to be someone's peace if he didn't come in peace. He needs to do his work before he even approaches me. Rather
If he
than
does his work, what do he need you for?
what?
If he come in peace, then what do he need you for?
He needs me to be his companion. He needs me to be his partner, his equal. That's what he needs. He needs me to meet him at our table. That's what he needs.
Is
That's,
that
that,
not? Is that? Is that not?
I cannot, sir. I cannot be responsible to be a grown man's peace. He needs
Okay.
to come in peace. Just as
Okay.
I'm going to do my
So
work.
let me ask you this. So if he come in peace, do you think that you should keep that peace going?
Yes, I do. I think that
So
we should
how would a woman keep the peace going for a man?
I think that to keep the peace for a man, it will require that woman to be open it will require her to be able to lay down her defenses. So when he's expressing himself to her, she doesn't receive it as criticism, but rather as a place for us to grow. That's one way, because a lot of men have issues with communication and they may not communicate it the way we want them to, but when they talk and we need to listen. So that's one way that we can be or foster an environment of peace in our house. Is by making sure that we're open and we're receptive. We
Hold
hearing what
on
he's
one
saying.
second. Hold on one second. Can y'all tap the screen, please? Please tap the screen. I want to ask you this now. You said that how a woman keeps it going is that she lets down her defenses. Why can't she let down her defenses when he approaches her? Why does she have to have her defenses up based on her life experiences?
I can answer this.
I
think that's natural for everybody.
All right, I wanted her to answer. You can answer next. Go ahead, Private.
I can only speak for myself as a 43-year-old woman that there has to be a level of security. I'm an adult. My father is deceased. After God, I am my own first line of defense. And in many cases, men present as what they think you want. And so, yeah, you cannot, you have to, in order to survive, in order to keep your heart available, in order to not to have a hardened heart, you gotta keep your defenses up until you actually learn who that person is. And I'm not talking about in a marriage, but I'm talking about in a dating situation where we're meeting and we're acquainting ourselves with each other.
How long does
It's so
that take? How long does that take?
Oh, no, I can't answer that. Ex honey based. I can't answer that. I don't.
Honey base don't know either. I'm asking you this. So what if that takes a year and a half?
Then it takes a year and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay,
I
so
can answer that question.
hold on. So Private, during that year and a half, what is that man doing?
Let me tell you something that my father told me when I was a child.
During that year and a half, what is that man doing?
That man is learning me. He's getting to know me and what I don't like, what I do like, what I react to negatively.
Are
At the
y'all
same
doing
time,
that
I'm
over the
learning him.
phone? Are y'all doing that over the phone?
Over the phone, in person, via
Okay.
text messages. I had one person that was upset with me because instead of texting out good morning, I would text him GD MRNG. And one day he just finally said, I hate when you short text me. That was something I had to learn about him.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you all dating? What are you all doing? Are you all going out on dates?
I'm not dating, sir.
Oh,
I'm not dating.
damn, so many women not dating, but they have an opinion. Wow.
Sure.
Why aren't you
Yes,
dating?
we can date. We can go out out on the
Why aren't
town,
you dating?
but I don't have to put my
You
entire
have your
trust in
turn,
you.
ma'am. Why aren't you dating, Private?
I am not dating because I recently relocated from Louisiana to a new state. I'm not gonna say recently, but maybe a year ago, and I'm still acclimating myself here. Where I live, I am a minority, so I don't see many people that look
And,
like me.
and how old did you say you were?
I'm 43.
Do you plan on being married?
Um, I believe that I was made to be someone's wife, but if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay. All right. Are you a
But
mother? Are you a mother?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. And I wanted to say something that my father told me when I was about 15. My daddy said, no hard man wants an easy woman. Men value what they have to work for, they value it. And so that's why we don't lay our defenses down right away. That's why we go through the motions and we put our work in and he puts his work in to get to where we trust each other. That's how you build trust. That's how you build trust with people.
Have you met a guy yet that values a woman that's not easy or that's not soft? Have you met a guy yet that likes that?
Yes, I have
Why?
been proposed to.
Why didn't I hear you? It's becoming so common that women are saying I've been proposed to. So why didn't you accept those proposals?
It was 4 proposals by the same man, but he is that man is involved in things that are I just feel like I've known him since I was 26, and he ain't it's a lot that's not changing, for him. He's still involved
Why
in
is
things
it
that
never enough? Why is it never enough for women? Why do y'all always want more?
he
Why do y'all
hustling.
want us to
Sir, that
settle?
man is hustling. He is
Why
hustling.
so judgmental?
You
But
want her to
y'all
marry? You want
not
her to
choose
marry a drug dealer?
relationship and destroy
All right,
families.
so
But you
let
act
me.
like you
If
relationship experts.
men don't
You
destroy
ain't nobody
families by
goddamn
choosing
relationship expert.
and having
The
men
only
that's
advice
hustling,
you could give can destroy somebody else's life.
Okay, Black Carrie,
why do
go
y'all
ahead.
want women to literally get the bare minimum?
Go ahead,
Like,
Black Carrie.
that's not what we're settling for.
Yeah, you don't have to settle, but you can settle to be alone.
Bastard.
No,
And
I'm
your
not. Like,
bullshit
I'm
wouldn't
way too
hold up in
successful in my
court.
personal life to settle for a man who don't know how to be on my level or meet me
What
where I'm
what
at.
is your level?
My level is somebody who's emotionally intelligent,
No,
somebody
no,
who
I'm not
cares about
asking
their
you about the
emotional
opposite
health.
person. I'm asking you about you. What is
Yeah,
your
I'm
level? I'm
talking
not
about
asking
me.
you about the other person. What is your level?
I'm talking about me.
Go ahead.
I'm emotionally intelligent. I'm compassionate. I'm empathetic. I'm loving. I'm caring. I will literally go tenfold for the people around me. Like, I will go to
So
jail for the
what
people I
what
love.
what number is
And
that?
you
What
have
number is
to
that
be worth
level?
it. You have to be worth it for me to care about you, for
How
me to
many
love you,
people? But
to
ma'am,
belong.
how many people are not those things that you named? That's like the
A
bare
lot,
minimum.
a
How many
lot.
people?
I genuinely feel, and I feel like because I'm part of the younger generation, so in your age group, the people that are the kids that you had,
How do
those
you
are the
know
people
my
I'm dating.
age? How do you know
Huh?
my age?
It's in your voice.
Okay, how old am I?
I would say probably 37 to 45 is the
35.
range.
35.
35? Okay, I was
Yes.
close.
You would know you
Yeah.
was wrong like a motherfucker.
No, because I'm
But
still
I'm
right. So your
asking you this.
children are the ones that I'm dating because my parents are in your age group.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh man, you too young to be having this conversation.
I'm really not. I'm just I
Yes,
feel
you
like
are.
in this
Better
situation, I'm over with
age
men
to
being
be having this
misogynistic.
conversation.
I'm way
Why?
too
So she
young.
doesn't end up having this conversation in her 50s.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's have the
it would be embarrassing
conversation.
if I'm having this
So let's
conversation in
have
my
the
30s.
conversation. So what do you think women should bring to the table when they're in a relationship?
I think I don't even want to say women. I want to say both parties because I
See,
feel
we're
like we
not
put a
talking
lot of
about. See, this is
responsibility
why
on
you're
women
too
and not
young to
men.
have this conversation. This is why you're too
No, because
young. You
no,
don't
hear
even
me
know how
out.
to have the
I'm
conversation.
not a part of
You
your
weren't.
generation, so
You're
your
not the
values are
other
not my
party.
same
You're
values. The
not
way
the
you guys
other
value
party.
relationships
You're not
is
the other
different.
party, man. You're
Okay,
not the
well,
other
sir,
So
party.
you
I'm
How can
guys,
you
33
speak
and
on
married.
them?
Would you like to have this
Okay, yeah.
conversation with
All
me?
right. Go ahead. She's gone. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
first things first, when it comes down to the table and who brings what to it, that is all circumstantial depending upon what that person needs. I know that the person on the panel private earlier, she was speaking as to keeping her guards up, and you were asking how old she was, and she was saying basically about pretty much her standards. When we get on this platform and we make it seem like the majority of people want this, we can say the majority of men want submission, but they want submission in different ways individually, right? Now, when we're getting to a certain point where we get to discussing what somebody's bringing to a table, um, it's a fake bullshit fucking cloak that you want to put over somebody's eyes, because what I've learned is that what this man that I have now brought to me, no other man has brought to me, right?
Why can't you answer
Now
the question about
standards
you?
I
Why do
had
you
my
keep having to
standards
talk
set
about?
up for what
Why
I
do
want.
women have to keep talking about men, men, men? We're asking you all about you, about
No,
women.
if you listen, baby, after I
Focus
followed that,
on
I said I
yourself. But
have my
ma'am,
standards
nobody
for
need to
what
know who
I
you having sex
wanted.
with, man. We didn't ask you about the man that you're fucking. Like, answer the question.
What is the question, sir?
What do women bring to the table in relationships?
that is dependent upon the man that they're in a relationship
It's not
with.
because listen,
It is because
Goddess,
what
let me
you
explain it
need,
to you. Goddess,
look,
Goddess,
what I'm
Goddess,
asking you, what you need, okay,
Goddess. Let me explain it
before
first
you
before
explain
you ask your
anything,
question.
can you answer a question for
How
me?
what a woman would bring to the table in a relationship, she has no matter if there's no man there, she still has all that stuff, and she still will offer it when she meets a man. So it don't depend on him, because if she had to offer it to the air, she could offer it to the air because it's her. It's what she
Right.
carries. It's what she has.
So this is
So it
my
does
question
not
for you,
matter
based
about
off of
who
what
the
you just
man
said.
is. It's not circumstantial. It is not.
My question to ask you is, if she brings herself and all of what she has to the table, and the man sitting at the table says, "This isn't even what I'm looking for,"
You won't even tell him what it is.
Can I speak to it, please? For me?
sir, you are 33. Let's have a real conversation.
Who you talking about?
Okay, when
33?
we
Who 33?
whoever was just speaking to me said they was 33. It
I
sounds
said
like the same voice.
I said I was
I'm sorry,
35, ma'am. You're not even listening. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Sir,
Y'all not even
it's
listening.
a level, and this is what we're having a discussion about. It when it comes down to communicating with a man, you have to, or communicating with anybody. There is a certain set of listening, comprehension, tone, setting, and understanding when you get involved in a conversation. You're not
Hashtag,
ready to have
you
no
gotta mute
conversation
hashtag.
Can
I
I
can't
say?
hear.
at
Oh, my bad.
35.
My
Say
bad.
something? Can I say something? Because
Yes,
I've
you
been quiet.
can. You can. Go ahead. You keep going on pause. I don't know why you keep going on pause. Go ahead, Goddess. We can't hear you,
I
Black
was
Carrie.
asking the, I guess somebody's calling her, maybe.
No, you can go ahead. She keep going on pause. I dropped her and brought her up 3 times. She keep going on pause. So, go ahead.
My speaker is working fine.
Oh, but ma'am, you keep.
May I speak to it, please,
Yes, you
host?
can. Yes.
So in the case, so I told you that I've been proposed to 4 times by the same man, and so let's talk about his table. So I told you that the reason that I have not accepted his proposal is because things have not changed since we were 26 years old. He hustling, right? So what I would bring to the table, because of his lifestyle, is my 750 credit score, my
Come on, sis.
earning statement, right? Yeah, yes, my low debt.
How would that benefit him?
Allow me to finish.
Exactly.
Listen,
And why are you
listen,
still with him? If
listen.
you
How
think
would
like that about him.
exactly? Like, why is he still around?
I have
Yeah,
to
you don't
finish.
respect him.
I have to
What the hell?
finish. I have to finish.
You
My
don't
low
want
debt to credit.
him. Why is he still around if you don't want him?
That's not the case, because the point I'm
She's
trying
not
to
gonna
make.
marry him
Ma'am,
because he a
in
bum,
order
but
for
she's still with
somebody
him.
to propose to you 4 times,
Listen,
you have to be
he
in
not a
good
bum.
communication with them.
Listen to me.
A steady income benefits him because it pays the bills. It helps
No,
pay the
no, no,
bills.
no,
But
no,
he
no.
gonna feel
Damn, he got
emasculated because
money.
he gonna
He's
keep
a
talking about how he
hustler.
paid bills.
Can I please finish, please?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
He is not broke by a long shot. I make a significant annual income, and his exceeds mine 2 times. It's not legitimate. When we go to buy a home, it's going to be my income only that they can consider, because he is not legitimate. I don't know how I can say this without putting it all out there, but his income
How
is.
old are you?
I'm 43.
Sis, hold on, wait a minute. Wait.
Look, listen, I don't need your counseling. This is what I'm saying. What
She
I'm
don't
saying.
want it, y'all. Let her talk. Let her keep.
I don't need
Guess what?
what I said is
Hey,
Let me say sis.
hey, y'all let her finish because she gonna get proposed to for a 5th and a 6th time too.
No,
Go ahead.
no, I will not. So
Yes, she is.
that's
Yes,
what
you
I'm
are.
saying. Okay, so we are not together, but we have a long history. And every time he proposes, he presents himself as if things have changed for him. He has this money. He always has had money, but he checks all of my other boxes. He loves me unconditionally. He's 100% there for me anytime I need him. Yes, he is. He's
If he
understandable.
loved you
He's easy.
unconditionally, he'll change, man.
Exactly. And that's the one thing
So
that
why
I
did
can
you
do.
say the word unconditionally then?
What I'm saying
Why?
is, where I'm saying is what I would bring to his table is what he can't do right now. He has all of this money and he can't do anything with it because if he tried to invest it, he would get investigated. They would want to know where you got this money to invest in this property or this business. So that's what I'm saying. For his
Why you don't tell
table,
him to do labor and tell them that he got it from labor?
because he,
They
so
can't
to
prove if
Because
he cut grass or
because
not.
she don't know how to add to a man. That's why she don't care.
that's
I feel you.
100%. If
Or
you would have,
just cutting grass for a living. After you make a certain amount of money in the United States,
Do you
there's
know how
a
much
point where you have to
landscaping
report your
come?
wages
I have a
and you
homeboy who
have to
got a
pay off of
landscaping
what you
business, and
report.
he makes like 5,000, 6,000 a day cutting these people grass. Stop
Why
it.
y'all trying to help her? She don't want
So
to be
this is
helped.
okay,
my
but
thing,
listen.
She
Private.
don't
That's
want a
it.
man.
It's not
She
the
don't
fact that
want a
you can't invest
husband.
that. I have
She could
had
have
many
she
other
could have
property
figured
owners
out a
on
long
paper.
time ago. She could have figured out a long time ago how to make it
Oh
work.
no, but
But
I have chopped it up.
she
I
don't
have
want
chopped
him.
up
It
business.
sounds
That's
like he's
why
trying
she
to clean up
moved
the
from
money under
him.
her.
That's exactly what I feel. And so that's
Yeah,
what I'm
you don't
saying.
want him.
My comment is piggybacking off of what
You don't
what
want no
God has
man.
said. To him, even if he tries to start a landscaping business, this man has never had a job. They're going to want to know when it's tax time, where did you get this money? You don't even file income taxes.
Once you start it for
Say
him.
you lended
Start
to
it
him to
for him.
get a truck and
Wait,
a lawnmower.
wait.
Start it for him.
I got an idea.
The
I know that you say that you don't want any advice, but I would say this though.
Honey babe.
If
Nope,
it
nope,
was
honey babe.
truly
Stop. Nope,
no,
honey babe.
I was
Nope,
talking
nope,
about. I'm talking about
nope,
on
nope,
table.
nope,
Why
nope, nope,
couldn't
nope,
she?
nope,
Why couldn't she
nope,
create?
nope, nope, nope,
I
nope,
could if he was willing to stop what he
nope.
was doing.
Stop trying to save people that don't want to be saved, honey babe. Stop doing it.
We have been doing this since we were 26 years old.
Yeah,
I
and
have
you
come
still
up
and
with
you gonna
And
keep
then do
wasting
it to
time.
better his
Y'all will
tax.
be doing it till you 85.
Sir, I
You
help
gonna be
other
doing it till
people
you
start
85.
businesses. I help other
You
people
gonna be
start
doing it till you
businesses.
85,
Sign
man.
grants for business.
Yeah, we know what you do, but you can't do shit for him.
You can't help
All right,
nobody if you in the midst
God,
of just
honey, babe, stop trying to save people. You're not a
trying to
hero.
save anybody. But come on
Yes,
now.
you are. Okay, let's go to the Lady G. Go ahead.
What do women bring to the table in relationships? Well, a functioning woman. I was raised on the term a man makes a house, a woman makes a home. So I'm a firm believer. I was raised religious, so I'm a firm believer that a woman is supposed to be a man's helpmate. So in the areas that he does need help or he does need someone to turn to and he wants to turn to you, that you should be able to be available and for him to
You're not
when he needs
answering
you.
the question. The question is, what does a woman bring to the table in relationships? Not what a woman should do, all this stuff. What does a
Yeah, but
woman bring to the table? That's in the beginning. That's when it comes with her. It's something that she can add to his life. It's something that he can benefit from. Not you should do that. You should do this. No. What does a woman bring with her?
yeah, all of that is a benefit because that's how a relationship becomes a smooth
But
oiled machine when both of you guys are
what do
operating.
you bring to the table in relationships? What do
And you,
you?
me specifically, personally, I'm a good support system. I'm a reliable person. Um, he always says he likes to talk to me. He never really had anybody
I'm
to
not
talk to.
asking about him. I'm asking about you.
Yeah, I'm saying
You
things that
said
he said he loved
you
about
said
me.
you said you support, you bring support system, and you said you're reliable. What else do you bring?
I'm reliable. I have many different skills and crafts that are useful in everyday life, and I'm not talking about financially. I mean, like things that we can use to survive. Even if we needed to go to the woods, we will survive. You know what I mean? We're good partners. That's what I bring. I'm a good partner.
So you bring partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Question
Wow,
is
wow,
the
wow,
womb,
wow.
because the only thing outside of what everyone said, it's not physical, it's not financial, it's not mental stability, it's not support. So the only thing that you're saying a woman can bring is what?
I'm not saying nothing. I accepted it. What she said. I don't agree with it, but I accept it.
Okay, well, what I bring to my relationship, I bring stability. I bring safe spaces because I know that, especially for my man being a B man, that he has certain things that he has to deal with that he may not even want to relate to me, and I have to be understanding to that. I bring into this relationship clarity of mind and my own peace, so that he doesn't have to focus on mine. He can relate to his. I also bring transformity. I bring evolution because I refuse to keep us in the same space that we started in.
Oh wow. Okay.
That is one thing that when we were getting married he did say, which I was surprised because he's not that kind of person, like to open up emotionally too much. But he was like, with the way that I conduct myself, he felt like it would help him change for the better. And I see changes that he's been making. Oh my God, I'm so proud of him. So that's another thing. Sometimes you can influence people when you have good character, good morals, you know, to want to change things that other people have been saying. Like, stuff that he said, he done. I
You
watched
know
him
you
tell other
can
people.
influence people if you got a good box too, right?
Yes. So he making all the changes. You ain't making no
You
changes.
must
I
understand.
didn't say
You
I
have to
wasn't making no
understand that
changes.
women
You
need
just
that
watching.
good
Why?
box.
Why you gotta cut me off? You just got all that space to talk. Soon as I start talking, you want to talk too.
No, because you put words
Apologize.
in
I'm
my mouth that I didn't
I'm sick of you. I'm
say. I didn't
sick of you and your racism. Yeah.
Stop it.
Hmm.
I did make changes too, though. I'm a lot less rowdy.
women, women. The reason why men ask these questions is because they care.
Yeah,
They
this is
want,
this
they
is
want, they want you. They want you. They want you. But they want you to want them too. And how are we supposed to know that you want us if we have to do all the work and you have to do nothing? We have to approach you. We have to vet you, court you, date you. We have to do so many things for you, and you all are more on the receiving end than the giving end. So try to put yourselves in our shoes and understand why these things are important that we know, because most of our end goal is to make you our wives and create a family with you. So we have to be cautious. These questions should not bother women because there are men being cautious in protecting themselves, protecting their seed, protecting their peace. So why are these questions becoming a problem? Go ahead, honey base. Take it off.
no. I'm saying this was very very difficult to listen to. It's very very hard because we man, this nah. This is just hard, and I hear the sister that said, you know what, I don't really want any advice. If we've been doing something for some 20 odd years, and we know it's not what's right for us, and I'm just using this as a scenario, right? We've been doing something for 20 odd years and we're now in our 40s. At what point are we willing to let that go? Because you got less time here than the average after that, than spinning the wheels. And it's so hurtful to hear a sister say, I don't want any advice. There are some young ladies that are listening to this that really do want to know. There's some women on here that want to know. And there's some women on here that are giving some nuggets. And the brothers are telling us stuff. And we act like we have to have a quick comeback as opposed to just being quiet and listening. Because when Mike started talking, Goddess was the only female that just went. He said, "How come?" He said, "I've been quiet this entire time, and as soon as I want to speak, you want to talk." And Goddess was the only woman on here that went, "I'm sorry about that, brother," and she muted up. What's wrong with us?
Well, honey, if I may after you, I had said that the other day because they were like, how come men they sleep around with women and they don't want to be with them? And I said they tell y'all all the time because they can have sex without emotional attachment, but you guys want to go on your own delusion and make up purposes for people. Because if I'm telling you I'm hot, you gonna tell me I know you're cold? No, don't do that. He telling you what the issue is, and that's the reason why it can't work, because you guys want to tell them what they're thinking instead of just moving according to reality and conforming yourself. Even if you don't like it, reality is going to stand reality. Whether you block it out or not, you're still gonna have to deal with reality in that sense. And reality is no one wants a woman who is difficult. And it's not saying that you can't get angry. Men don't mind when you get angry. I get angry at my husband all the time and this and that. Now, if I have a proper purpose to be angry, he's going to apologize. If I don't, we're going to discuss it, and whoever's wrong going to apologize. You know what I mean? The point is acting irate. It's not that, oh, you being masculine, you're being unreasonable, is what they're saying.
Well, I mean, is that the problem becomes this: when women are so used to men not having this list, right? Or stating the things that they want, which is very simple. But the problem is that we come to a relationship with this long list of this guy that we want, right? And the moment men are like, okay, fine, I would accept your list because I have no choice but to accept your list if that's what I'm looking for. If I'm looking to be with a woman, I have to accept the woman's list, right? But the problem is once they start coming with this list, it's like, oh my God, you guys got a long list. It's not expected for them to want anything. It becomes a problem when they expect things from us. And instead of just what the normal is, I'm a person. I'm bringing a person. That it is. It really bothers me that we cannot accept their list. Like Honey Bay said, we need to listen to them. How do you think a lot of us women understand it? We didn't just pull this out of our butts. We listened to what man they wanted. How else are we going to know what they want unless we listen to what they say? Instead of giving them respect, like for at least one day of our lives, we have been a man. You have not been a man, so how are you not going to know? I mean, how are you going to know what a man wants unless you man and not give them pushback and say, okay, that's what you want, fine.
That's right. That's
And
right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, hold on. Both of y'all, hold on. Let's let Goddess go. She ain't said nothing yet. Go ahead, Goddess, and then we'll go to Coco next to you. Go ahead.
So what I want to say when we get into these conversations, a lot of times people read the topic and they completely get into their opinion. When we have these conversations, we should start from a place of understanding. Okay, I don't have to agree with everything you say, but if I allow you to land your plane, I could possibly understand why you feel that way. You see what I'm saying? I'm not coming into this conversation to prove anybody wrong or to prove anybody right. I'm coming to gain understanding. And that's a fault that we have when we get into these conversations. A lot of people are getting on here just to prove their own opinion and make themselves right. But everybody's right in their own moral instinct. So when we speak to each other, it shouldn't be to discredit the other. It should be to understand where the other party is coming from. Even though you may not agree, you can understand why they feel that type of way. And that can create so much positivity and so much room to gain knowledge and wisdom. And that should be the main goal of these conversations. If a man has women have lists. What we have to understand is that when we make these lists, we're not going to get everything that we want on that list. Everybody has to compromise to some certain extent to find the person that they want. You can call it settling if that's what you want, but I can guarantee you write 10 things down on that list and you follow that list, you'll end up lonely.
But I'm sorry, Goddess, that's the thing, and that was another thing I was going to touch on. Why has the world become so shallow? Like, They talking about settling. You don't have nobody. A lot of times nobody don't even want you, not checking for you, just because they come over, give you a little night of fun. That don't mean they want you. That go for men and women. They you sitting here being picky like you got options. Like if you want to leave your legacy and you want your last name to continue, you want your bloodline to continue, you better settle and pick somebody. You got to learn to love at this point. Because a
But
lot of
see,
times
we have
like
to
that.
learn the difference between settling and compromise. See, settling is
That
when you
too.
have 10 things on your list and you decide off of 4 of those. Compromise is when someone meets 7 of those marks and you knock 3 of them out the way. That's a compromise.
Yep, fact.
Settling is when you're not getting basically anything that you want. A relationship is about compromising. That's what submission is. It's saying, I have the power to say no, but because I think that this person has the right frame of mind, I trust them with me, that I'm going to allow them to do what they feel is necessary. And if it turns out to be wrong, then guess what? We'll fix that. We'll find better ways to go about it, and we'll move forward. I'll be damned if something isn't wrong right now, and we can't together talk about where we went wrong, fix those problems, and make it go right.
You know what? Now, Goddess and the lady, I've been on here, strength to tell you, I've been here all morning, and we had a whole panel of men that we literally, that were telling us what they wanted. And it was shot down by each guest that was coming up with what they thought. And, all of this laundry list of education and this, that, and the third, but we're missing the element of but because we had the men here, but we didn't even let them speak. We have a man that is a host, but what I'm saying is so many men that were here that were giving up the nuggets, and the women, we were stuck in our pattern, and we literally couldn't hear anything but our own voice. And even on mute, we were just thinking about what to say next, as opposed to listening to hear something. We're just listening for the sound of our voice.
Yeah, but maybe they can't hear it. Maybe they can't.
That's the frustrating thing that I'm noticing. That's the frustrating thing that I'm noticing being on here all this time, is that you keep on playing around with your time. Time is not guaranteed. And if your legacy that you leaving behind is I woulda or I coulda, but I didn't, man, that you ain't, you ain't leaving nothing. You ain't leaving shit.
The problem is they have convinced themselves that they're happy lonely, which which I can't understand. They're happy lonely instead of saying, let me find my person and let me change things about myself, because clearly I'm the common denominator and I'm not listening, so evidently I don't understand what I should be bringing. They're like, you know what? I'm happy by myself. Not understanding that the older you get, when you have no kids, or when your kids move out and have their own family and they're not checking for you, or now you got to wipe your own behind, or you got to go to the old folks home, you're not going to be saying that then. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm so happy by myself. I'm really appreciating this person, this unknown person that I know, wiping my behind. I did not leave back a legacy. I don't even have kids. Some women don't even have kids, and so I don't have any kids to even take care of me. Like, it makes no sense. And just to piggyback what the gentleman was saying earlier, he was saying some people, what if they can't understand? There is a big difference between can't and won't. Okay, I work with children for a living. I do not allow them to use I can't do this. Okay, there's the difference between can't and won't is that when you can't do something, it's not optional. Okay, learning, knowledge, wisdom, gaining understanding is it's something that you won't do. It's not something that you can't do. Okay, I work with kids who are on the spectrum, kids who are disabled, and
You are RBC?
there are things or people who will say they can't do this, right? But if you deal with them, you understand how they understand things, and you work with them through things. You understand that it wasn't a can't. They thought that they couldn't do it. In reality, they wasn't doing it. Okay. We have an option to learn from each other. When you say someone can't learn, you're you're basically giving them a spoon in their mouth. Okay? Everybody's capable of learning. Everybody's capable of
If they could
understanding.
teach a lobster to
Everybody
write,
is capable of putting their best foot forward. It comes down to whether you want to learn or you don't. Okay? When you're dealing with people who you disagree with, you can say, hey, I disagree with you, but I can get it. You know what I'm saying? I see where you're coming from. Even if I don't see where you're coming from, I can't tell you that how you feel is wrong. And a lot of times what we do is, because this person doesn't agree with me, oh, she thinks that you're supposed to be submissive. Oh, she's a pick-me, or oh, she's masculine. The reality of it is that when you get into a situation with a significant other, you throw that can't out the window. Because if that person is someone you value, you will risk everything to understand them. And you know another
We
thing
live
that in a
oh,
place
go
in
ahead, Dr.
society where people simply do not care how you feel or what you want, and they think that if they make you care enough about what they want, you'll transform to them. And you may for some time, but you cannot fight off what you naturally believe. You can only hide it for so long. Now, as far as people being lonely, I don't believe there's someone for everybody. Some people are meant to be alone. There are a lot of people out here who are getting in relationships and they are building up trauma in people because they were never meant for a relationship. They were meant to run the streets. You have to set your guidelines, set your standards, and you have to abide by those. Men, women, do not allow anybody to tell you that what you need for yourself is determined off what they can give you.
Is my phone frozen?
No, but I hear Strength snoring in the background.
Hold on. Speak to what she said or speak
So
next.
I'd like to answer the question finally. Can y'all hear me? I'm of good
Yes.
moral character. I can pray over my man. I can cook him healthy meals. I can be a support system. I can keep his secrets and not reveal them to the world, even in an argument, or throw it back up in his face. I can be a cheerleader. I can help to support his dreams while he's building it. I can bring all of these things and more. I have a great sense of humor. I take care of myself physically, go to the gym 3 days a week, make sure I eat healthy, make sure he eats healthy, be an assistant, be useful whenever he needs things that he can't get to, or he needs assistance with, whether it be paying a bill, running an errand, doing laundry, going to pick up dry cleaning. I can do that. If you're of child rearing age, you can be a good mother. If he has children and you want to be a good stepmother, you can be a good stepmother. Being supportive, not nagging, having a good sense of humor, all of these things, being respectful to him in public, not disrespecting him, behind closed doors or in front of people out in public and private. I can carry myself in a respectful manner, not dressing half naked and embarrassing him on social media. No, that's something I would do for myself either way. These are things that come with me no matter regardless, off the rip, off the bat. And I'm always looking for things to help to improve. Would I homeschool children? Will you homeschool children? That's a conversation that would happen between myself and my man. We have to decide together what's best for us. But being a support to your man, that's what I bring to the table. Listening. Really actually listening, allowing him a space to confide, letting him feel safe when he needs to. See, men don't share things because they feel like it's going to be thrown up in their face, or they're going to be called sassy or whatever. But allowing him a safe space to share, allowing him a safe space to not to feel vulnerable. He can't be Superman all the time. Being understanding that he is a human being. I respect all of those things in return. And I'm sorry that I kept cutting out earlier. I was in a bad spot earlier in a patchy area. But these are just a few things. Oh, and I have a retirement plan. I have a retirement plan. I have a master's degree. I am healthy. I don't
But if
have any
I may
diseases.
interrupt you, you want to know when I learned? I learned at a little girl's age that men don't care about that, and I'm going to use my husband as
Men don't care
example.
about what specifically?
If
What
I
don't they
may,
care about? What they don't care about?
if I may, because my auntie, she is a BSN. You know, BSN, that's higher than an RN. That's a step under a nurse practitioner or whatever.
Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, yes.
Yes, you know, she's my auntie, and she was a travel BSN. So, you know, she was making bank. We had everything between her, my mama, and my stepdad and my uncle. We had everything. My mom, she was a special needs teacher. She made her money too. But my stepdad and my uncle, they took care of everything. The most my mama and my auntie paid was like the light bill, the water bill. They didn't care about that stuff. That was cute
I
for them.
disagree.
But
I disagree.
If I could
I
piggyback
I
off of what
disagree.
she said, and I think I can solve this for you before you even say anything. Them not caring that you have it doesn't mean that it's not a good thing.
Thank
Okay?
See, y'all mic
Just
up.
because a man says
It's an
I
echo.
don't need
But
you
I'm
to be
saying they
educated
were proud of their
doesn't mean
woman.
that
But
when
what
you
I'm
get
saying,
educated,
Hold on.
it
Please,
doesn't make
please
them
have
feel
some
like
control
you
of
better
the
than me.
panel. Y'all all can't talk at once. It's an echo in the background. Someone's
Because
background.
they're not letting us be stay at
saying
home.
that it was a sorry. I'm not saying it was a bad
Wait,
thing. What I'm saying is,
y'all.
as a man,
She just is a mod. She's trying to get some order on here because some Black, that's you. Black Sherry, that's you with that bad little echo. So can you mute when other ladies are talking? Because for whatever apparent reason, you got this buzzing sound on your end.
Well, I was interrupted, but okay.
Okay, well, no, you can
You
finish,
can
but
finish, Black. Yeah, we gonna let Black
hey,
finish.
see, Jeff, I ain't see you.
So,
Oh, hey, boo.
is it okay if I finish? Is it okay if I finish? My Bluetooth, my
Yeah, go
Bluetooth,
ahead.
my Bluetooth
Black
is
is
off.
definitely on Black, and then Lady G, you can respond to her after, I guess.
These are only the things that I've thought of off the top of my head. And I do hear time and time again men say, oh, we don't care about your education and we don't care about your money. But at the same time, if you don't care about the fact that my career and my education and my master's degree helps to pay some of the bills around here, then let me be a stay-at-home mom. Oh, but they don't want that. So you're not going to marry a woman who has nothing going for herself. So you're going to marry a woman who has something going for herself. And I'm just saying that I have secured retirement. I have money that's in an account that's accruing interest. You know, that helps to bring something to the table. You can play it off like you the man and you pay all the bills. And if you do, great. That's great. But if your relationship dynamic is 50-50, I do contribute. And my master's degree helps to contribute to this household.
If I may now, you know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Because, like, it's in their natural nature. I'm talking about biology to be providers, and men marry women with less all the time. That is a woman's way of thinking. To be like, oh, I have more than him, so I can't. That's a woman's way of thinking. Men don't think like that.
I never said more.
A man is thinking, I'm gonna upgrade her. You know, not even just to me. As many times as I heard that, I'm gonna boss her up. I've heard that a million times. Men with money, they don't mind marrying lower. That's a woman's way of thinking.
I agree with that. And you do have to be careful about how much money you reveal that to a man, because for some reason, I don't know, it threatens them. They don't like hearing about it or whatever. So, you know, I have learned to just kind of like keep it to myself. But at the same time, I ain't no scrub. And these are just the things that I can think of off the top of my head. I made an entire list. There's more. But being a woman of God, being a woman of good moral character, those are some of the things that I bring to the table. And I made a list for any man that wants to come along and take me on a date and ask me about it. I'll print it out and give it to you. My energy is not bad. I'm just speaking quickly because last time they kept saying I was cutting out. My energy is not bad. I'm the sweetest person you could ever meet.
No, your phone kept showing that you were unavailable. Your phone kept showing that you were unavailable as you were trying to talk. And I'm very happy for your accomplishments. And I mean, I've been around for many, many years and have 3 sons. Never once have I ever heard that my sons list that as their requirements. women that they were looking for.
Well, those are your sons.
You got
And your
Man,
daughters.
well,
Those are your sons.
you gotta go into the options and take your phone off cricket mode.
or cut your Bluetooth off.
My Bluetooth is not on.
Try cutting it on and cutting it back off, because sometimes it'll kick back in. It's knocked out. Okay.
Told you he was getting it in. He 15 minutes in.
Conversation. I
A
want to say
sales pitch.
this.
A sales pitch. This is the question that was brought.
As women, we have to start thinking that because
I know he
someone
gonna
says
wake up.
that it's not at the top of their list means that they don't want it. My mom's a stay-at-home mom. For one, most of the people on the panel I see are B people. Us as a people were never allowed to be stay-at-home anything. In this conversation, I want us women to understand that because they say they don't care that you have it, it does not mean that they don't value what you've done, okay? A lot of times, my mom was a homemaker, okay? She was able to go to college. My dad, my stepdad actually, sent her to college because that was what she wanted to do. Okay, so now she has her master's. He's a doctor in agricultural sciences. So it kind of plays out together. He's very, very proud of her accomplishments. But that she's still a stay-at-home mom even now. You see what I'm saying? So him being proud of it didn't mean that that was something that he valued at the time. You know, he values it now, of course. But it didn't mean it made her less because she was less educated than he was. Men often are taught to be something so strong. They're like vibranium. That's what they're taught to be. Women are taught to be cotton, soft and fluffy. When you mix them two together, you get sort of like a solid component. But it's a component that doesn't break. It doesn't chip. It's not fragile. So there comes a situation where you as a woman have to learn that your accolades are not everything. And it goes as such as a man. I don't want you to think that because I'm saying this, that I'm negating the fact of the fact that men can have valuable accolades or not have valuable accolades. But we're specifically talking about women on this standpoint. And we have to understand that education can only get you so far in a relationship. When we're talking about a relationship, we're not speaking on knowledge of the outside world and what you read. We're speaking of knowledge of the family, of the home, of the community. So when we speak on those things, education is out the window. Because nothing
when
we go to school, we don't learn about how to have children. We don't learn about how to create them, how to bring them up. We learn about books. We learn about arithmetic. We learn about writing. Those are a completely different set of standards than a family household. So you being educated in sociology, how does that effectively create you or help you be a better mother?
So
you
I
being
listed 20
a
other
mathematician,
things.
can that help you be a better mother? Can that help you be a better wife? So let's throw all of the book smarts out the window and let's discuss what makes a family a good family. That's what we talk about. We're not talking about your smarts and your contributions as far as the educational system. We're not talking about his smarts and his contributions as far as the educational system. We are talking about the family and the home.
Okay, but I did list a bunch of other qualities before I threw in my education, and y'all really harped in on that.
You did, and they were a ton of good qualities.
In on your education,
Don't
you
ever get
repeated
me
it like
twisted.
4 or
You
5
had
times.
a ton of good qualities on there.
No, but you zeroed in on the education and the money like that was the end all be all.
Because
That's why
the
I was
only
just
reason
like,
No, because that's where we get thrown off in this conversation. That's
no,
when the
you
conversation
mentioned your
starts to go left.
education and
When
your
we get
thing
to
4
talking about
times.
how much money we make and how educated we are, we forget that the conversation is about how we can hone in on the family. Because
well,
they're
the
asking
Lady
what you can
G,
bring to the table, not financially, not educational wise, but family oriented things, which have a little or less to do with both of those things.
well,
I'm
I
raised
did
in the
mention
country.
raising
I can
children.
hunt. I have my degree in child care, my associates in child care. I have degrees too, you know. But at the end of the day, what about that is helping me make my family better? What about that
What
helps
it
me
is,
promote my man
how
to
it
where
helps
he
to make
is?
your family better is the fact that you have career experience and can go out and have a career and bring a financial
Can I tell you a
contribution
little
to the wait
secret?
a minute, the
Okay,
lady
so
G,
let's think
the
of it
lady
like this.
G, you
Let's
keep
think of it
talking
like this.
over me.
Say
Hold
we
on, ladies.
all
Hold
lived
on,
in the
ladies.
forest.
Hold on, ladies.
She
Let
keeps
one person get
interrupting
it
me.
first.
Dawn,
She
Okay,
hold
can't
go
wait
ahead.
on.
to
Black
interrupt
done,
me.
then the next person, because I can't hear all you guys at the same time.
Let's be respectful and not
So
interrupt each other.
Black,
As
Black,
soon
Okay,
as
say
I
go
what
ahead.
said
she's gonna say. Hold on, let Black say what she's gonna say, and then Lady G, you can respond after.
I don't know why it seems like she specifically, is attacking my mentioning that I have an education because she was the one who was like, you know what, they don't care about that. Okay, fine. I did
I'm
mention
not
she,
attacking
I
you.
did, I did. Well, hold
That
on
was
now. See,
quiet
and
for a
you're
while.
interrupting. Come on, sis.
G, just let her finish her,
Good
please.
grief.
I understand, but she's attacking me now, so I was responding to her.
Okay, we're gonna let you respond after, Queen. We're gonna let you respond after, and yeah, Black, finish landing your plane.
No, goddess, I'm not talking about you. You didn't interrupt me. I answered your question because you were talking about all of the other things such as family. And I do believe that child rearing, being a good wife, being a good steward, being a support to your man, all of those things I listed. The last thing I mentioned was my retirement plan and my career and my education. And that's just because I feel like that can help, you know what I'm saying, financially to bring something to the table. And as soon as I mentioned that, the lady G was like, you know what? They don't care about that. Okay, but I mentioned a bunch of other ways in which I can bring things to the table and be an asset to a marriage, a relationship, and a man. That's all I'm saying. And there are many more qualities that I do have. And I saw somebody in the comments say, oh, but is it real? Is it a sales pitch? No, these are things that I really thought about because I keep hearing men say, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? I said, well, let me write it down.
Okay, well, if you haven't heard me, instead of taking it as an attack, because I believe it as being adults, we should practice emotional stability when we communicate. Because to be honest, if you're moved, I'm unmoved. So I apologize that you're moved because I don't feel no way about the conversation to start off. Secondly, I did say period. Period. I was congratulating you. However, when you're mentioning, when men are asking what do you bring to the table and you start mentioning those type of things, I was saying in my experience listening to many different men from many different demographics, Arab, Spanish men, white men, black men, Pacific Islander men, they all say the same thing. People with no similar background, they say the same thing. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a boss lady, but we don't really care because it's our job to provide. Da, 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 da. So when she starts bragging about this and that, it's gonna make me think that she's overly masculine and da 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 da, da, and it's gonna shy me away from wanting to pursue her. That's
I'm
what I
very
was saying.
feminine, my
That's
dear.
what. See, now you're interrupting me, but then you're gonna complain about
Okay,
interruption
I'm
later.
sorry, sis.
Okay,
I
please.
apologize. I apologize.
That's what I was saying. I actually did say period. That was me who said period when you said that. However, in my experience, I've heard men say this and that. So leading off with that could be a detriment to the to furthering a relationship because then that's gonna send off red flags in their head. What I've been told by many different men that's not that they don't like that you have it, but casually mention it. A lot of women when they get it, it turns them arrogant, and not just men. I've heard children say because I have a lot of family members who are in the military. When I was younger, my mom sent me to live with one of them. And one thing I heard all the military kids say is when my mom is higher ranked than my dad, I hate it. It makes the house uncomfortable. Because as women, when we start getting these things, it makes us a bit arrogant. So to lead off with it is a turn off to a man, is what I meant.
Can I say something before I drop? I'm sorry, I've been listening. Am I okay?
One moment. Okay, yeah. You can respond. Yes, go.
I don't necessarily want to respond to anything. I just want to bring clarity to a lot of women that's in the comments and on the panel that might be struggling with accepting a man's criticism. So I'm 22. When I was 20, I met this guy that lived in Canada. And we were talking on the phone. And when we were talking, he was like, "Oh, I really can see you being a wife. I can see you being a good mother. You're patient, you're kind, but you're assertive. So I know you'll be good with children." My accolades was good. I was like basically everything that he looked for in a woman. But when we first met and he came to my house, um, it was all good. Like, you know, we talked, we spoke, had a good time. But when he left, he was like, "There's something that's been on my mind." He's like, "You're a good woman. Um, I can see something in you. But when I was at your house, you did not offer me anything to drink. You didn't offer to cook me
Black, can
something.
you mute up, please?
You didn't offer me. You didn't offer to cook me anything. And even though you have
Black,
good
hold on. I'm
characteristics,
sorry, Coco. Black, can you mute up, please? I can't hear.
Lady G as well. The Lady G, can you mute up, beautiful? Thank you.
he was like, even though you have all these good characteristics, that is something that men look for when they're thinking, "Oh, is she a good wife? Can she make her home? Can she make her house feel like a home for me?" So all my accolades and everything didn't matter because that's something that was really important to him. And it's also how men express what they think that you can improve on. If a man is like, "Oh, you invited me over and you didn't cook me anything, you didn't offer me any water. I had to go and ask, can I open your fridge? I didn't like that." Like, it'll be different then because it's going in one ear and out the other because you're disrespecting me as you are telling me what I need to work on. He was very patient. He was like, "I can see things in you, but that is something that you need to work on. And I know you're only 20. You're going to have like ample time to work on this, but this is what men look for. These are the small things men notice when they're looking for a wife." And then the last thing I wanted to say is for all the women who have been in situationships, exes, and they did not see the wife in you, do not go and hate that man. Do not go and curse all men because I personally believe that if a man is going to see something in you, God is going to show that to him. And just because he didn't see it in you doesn't mean that it's not in you. I don't know if people are biblical, but in Genesis 2, when God took the rib from Adam and made Eve, when Adam saw Eve, he said, "This is going to be my wife. We are going to be one flesh," because he's seen something in her. So if just because a man didn't see something in you, do not go and like curse all men. Do not want to be single because it's not something that you want. Just because somebody didn't see it in you does not mean that it's not in you. But that also does not mean that you don't have things you have to work on. So that's all I wanted to say.
Something
Please.
100% correct because we were having a discussion on the live about that the other day. The lady, she was like, I was like, old women always say don't let no nannies and don't let no maids in your house because your man gonna start looking at her a certain type of way from a nurturing standpoint. It's not that he wanna da 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 da, but this woman in here taking care of my kids, cleaning my house, and my wife not doing that. Men are attracted to nurture. They want to see how you're gonna deal with their children. That is their legacy. You know what I mean? Those, like, to double down on what Coco was saying, those are the kind of, things that they look for. And not to say that you do it for men, but you do certain things for yourself. When you complete yourself as a person, then you find your person and you guys are one. And in Islam, you complete your faith when you get married. You know what I mean? And when you have coitus with your spouse, that is an act of worship. So like so basically how we say it is you complete your deen. So like when you complete yourself, then you find that person who is already complete. You guys come together. You complete your deen. Then you create a child, and then you raise an upstanding adult to continue society. That is the point of this. If you understand.
May I make a comment? Oh wow. I'd just like to ask the ladies because it seems like we have one gentleman, I believe, but how many of us would be okay if a man went out, worked, and bought us money, and we did everything else pertaining to the house and the money that he gave us to take care of children, everything, and we are doing all this work, doing all these things. How many of us in here are okay with that?
I'll be okay with that.
As long as he ain't cheating.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm not asking that. I just asked no add-ons to it.
Oh,
I'm
okay. I
just
would love
asking.
it. I would love it.
Okay. So none of that means what what we bring to the table. It's what the man brings for us to work with. And so what I'm saying is I was waiting for somebody to say I disagree because it's right there in Proverbs 31 where a mother is speaking to her son and telling her son exactly what to look for in a wife. She does everything. He brings everything to her. She goes out, she purchases land, she takes care of her family. None of it is mentioned about anything else. That is our role. That's what we were given to do. But I understand where we get kind of confused with that because of prior things that we get into, and we deal with people that are not evenly yoked with us, and we start out there and we take our baggage on with us when we get into something healthy and make that unhealthy. We have to be willing to look at ourselves. We have to really be willing to take a hard look at ourselves.
I have to say that is like a bittersweet question for me to answer because just from my upbringing alone, it was never a chance where like my father went out into again he's agricultural sciences where he went out and I didn't go out with him. My mama is a homemaker. I will say that I was not meant to be a homemaker. My dad did not breed me to be that way. So if you go out and you work and you bring everything home, I can go out, do minor part-time and still do everything that you stated to be done. My main goal, because I'm dealing with the man that I'm dealing with, is to relieve stress off of him. Not so much as far as my past relationships. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not for relieving stress off of anybody, and that's why I say it's particularly based off of who you're dealing with because God sent me the person who was meant to be with me, who understands me how I am, and I understand him how he is. I can't see him going and pushing this stuff every day and me just buying land. Maybe it's because my family already owns land, so it's nothing that I have to like lead to. But so far right now, my goal is to further his lineage, make sure that they are smart, that they are valuable members of society, that they understand the lineage that they come from does not just end in America. But with that, who is snoring? Somebody is snoring.
The host is snoring.
I know he's
He
not.
sleep. He sleeps. So
Yeah,
we
I
just
thought
rocking through it.
I thought I heard something. Y'all let me know when it's okay for me to jump in. It's my
Oh yeah, Jigger.
Anytime. I think that this is a very good conversation for us to have. I think that we should have been having this conversation over and over. If you can have this conversation over and over again for 30 days, I
No, we
think the
don't need to be
statistics will
having
come
this
out with.
conversation over and over. I'm sorry, goddess. That's what's wrong with the community. And that's what got people looking at us backwards. Like, you can't even get your home in order. What kind of man can get his own
But that's
home in
how
order?
we get our home in
That's how
order.
people
That's
looking
how
at
we
us.
get our home in order. This is how we
But
get our
it's
home in
like,
So
order.
y'all, hold on, y'all. Let's get the Jugger. I don't know.
Juggernaut.
Okay, yeah. You can speak.
All right, I appreciate it. Peace and love to everybody. How everybody doing?
How are you?
All right. I've been listening for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And I agree with the young lady, I believe that was Goddess, that said that the conversation definitely needs to be had. I'm a well, as you can see from my picture, I'm a black male, 46-year-old father of 3 daughters, and I've been with my wife for 18 years. Let me see, where do I start real fast? I'm not gonna be long-winded. Earlier, with the whole education thing and college and so on and so forth. Right now, I'm one test away. I got to pass the math test from getting my GED. However, I make right under $30 an hour. So I mean, for me, everything from what I've experienced is just it's very difficult, and I say difficult because you never know. When I met my wife 18 years ago, I didn't even meet
I
her.
don't mean to interrupt you, but did you just say you make right under $30 an hour and you don't even have your GED yet?
No, yeah, I'm going to a school out here in Rockmart, Georgia, and I'm about to. I passed the social studies, reading, and science tests about 2 weeks ago, and I have to pass the math test to get.
Brother, congratulations.
Yeah,
Brother.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I say that to say that I had to work very hard and I was willing to learn, and having parents from the West Indies that came to America with literally $300 in their pocket. And my dad, he in his country, which is very poor, education and mental health and all those things are not a significant thing. When you turn 14, 15, you got to go out and get it, because if you and just you don't survive. You starve to death. Starve to live. I apologize. Yeah, so yeah, I'm working on my GED right now. I work at a Google logistics plant. I work with automated equipment. I've been doing this for about 10 years. I met my wife, like I said, about 18 years ago. I was a customer service supervisor at Sears. Her mom saw me. She thought I was cute. She introduced me to her. We went out 2 weeks later on a double date, and I think maybe a week after that, she asked me to move in with her. A year after that, we had our first daughter, and then now we have a 13-year-old. We have a 16-year-old, 13-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and my wife. She was at T-Mobile for 16 years when I met her. Eventually, she resigned from her job because I was making enough money by far to take care of everything. She was a stay-at-home mom. She absolutely couldn't stand it. She did not like it. She went back to work by choice, and I'm just kind of just throwing some stuff out there to say that it just depends on the people. It just depends on the situation. You just never know. You never know. I mean, a lot of people would have said my situation was a no-go. When we went on our first date, after we came back from Dave and Buster's, I spent the night with her. I'm not gonna, get explicit, but you get what I'm saying. And again, like a week later, say, say again.
I said it worked. Y'all got married. Can't nobody judge shit.
Well, we didn't get married till almost 10 years after I knew her.
But you still married her?
Yeah, I did. And it wasn't by any ill intent. It was just that we were happy, we were content. And has things always been easy? No. I think the world of my wife. I actually have my wife's name tattooed on me 3 times. She doesn't need me. She doesn't have to be with me. She's beautiful. She's natural. She's intelligent.
Is this Juggernaut speaking?
He
Yeah.
got me crying.
Okay, I'm finna go ahead and follow you, baby, because
And again, I'm not gonna come on here.
she gave you what you needed at that time.
I'm gonna tell you something. Everything that I am, and I still have some growth. I'm 46, but I still have some things to learn. Everything that I am in regards to me being a hard worker. I get up 3 o'clock in the morning. I drive an hour and 15 minutes to work. I drive an hour and 15 minutes back home. Everything that I am.
Do you live in Cali?
I live in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah,
about the same thing. You're right. About the same.
Yeah, right outside of Atlanta, about an hour northwest of Atlanta. I was just saying to say you just really never know. Life is really a very complex thing, because again, a lot of people would say in our scenario how we met, and within 3 weeks, literally, I'm not making this up. Within 3 weeks, we were living together, And here we are still today, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom house. We got 2 kitchens, 2 car garage, half an acre. We got 2 cars. I mean, when are we rich? Are we wealthy? I'm gonna be honest with you. No, you know, we do okay,
But
but
y'all comfortable.
we here. Do we have our struggles? Yes, but we work through it, and I appreciate her, and she makes me better. I make her better. I do a lot of the. She cooks. I do a lot of the cleaning. I keep things organized. I'm very OCD. I have all the labels in the fridge and in the cabinets. Everything facing forward. I wash hair. I condition hair. I blow dry hair, and she braids it. It's just all
That
about
is called
teamwork.
balance.
It's all about teamwork.
Balance.
Yeah,
Brother, I want to commend you because you are doing
yeah,
things the right
yeah.
way.
I'm,
It is
I'm,
all
yeah,
about a balance.
yeah.
Okay?
I'm the male, and for whoever in the comments, whoever listening, I'm the man, I'm the male, whatever, and I'm super affectionate. My wife, not so much. I'm very intimate is the most respectful way I can say it. My wife, she all right, she there. But we balance each other, out, and I pay homage to her. Even if she left me tomorrow, she will forever be my best friend and a part of me, because without her, these 3 girls that are here today would not be here. Without her, this family would not be what it is, and without her, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. So, I just wanted to and again, I'm not pandering, I'm not nothing. I just wanted to throw out a little bit about everything. And I come from
No,
a
you just want to
background.
brag about your wife. I
Yeah,
get it.
I come from a background where my mom, who's from the West Indies too, my mom was
Yeah.
super abusive. She was super abusive. She was verbally abusive. She was physically abusive. My mom pew-pewed my dad 5 times, and he survived for insurance money.
No jugger, because the passport bro say that the Caribbean girl's submissive. I'm Jamaican, so I know
Baby,
firsthand.
they don't know Caribbean girls, they
Yeah,
don't know West Indian girls, and they
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
African girls.
yeah.
What
My
they
mom,
get?
yeah,
They'll
Let's
say that
be
BS.
honest, they don't
yeah,
really know what they getting themselves into.
yeah. My mom,
Because
my
They
mom,
get it.
it's a lot
my
easier for
mom.
them to be a widow
Ooh,
than
my
When
to
they
be a
said
mom.
Jamaica,
divorcee.
I said, what? Jamaica? My mama Jamaican, nah.
Yeah,
Look, one thing about even if you go into Pacific Islanders, one thing about them is that as long as you doing your job, there won't be no inconscript. But you mess up if you want
Exactly.
to,
Got it.
yeah.
there'll be
My
some widows real
Yeah.
quick.
My mom was no joke. She spoke her mind. May she rest in peace. She passed away 6 years ago from cancer. And I just, again, in life, you
My
can't
condolences to you.
morality and success in regards to a relationship really have nothing to do with anything. I put in the comment earlier, some of the most immoral people on this planet are wealthy.
That's what I said. I keep telling you
Definitely.
that. I keep
I
telling
I
you
have a
that.
big question for you, though. I have a really big question for you. Do you think that the discipline that your mom or your culture instilled on you created you to be a better person, or do you think it created more trauma in your life that you had to like fight against to
Man,
get somewhere?
okay, so when I was a child, I had to get up, I had to make up my bed. We couldn't go outside until everything we needed to do inside was done. We didn't have a choice in what we eat. When they make the saltfish ackee and saltfish and all them breadfruit and all them kind of thing there, you have to eat what them give you. So, I mean, I know
Good.
without a
It was
shadow of a
delicious.
doubt,
Don't lie.
I know without a
It was
shadow of a doubt how hard my parents were on me as a child made me who I am today, by far.
Yeah, it's like a grateful thing, if I may answer too, because like when you look at our culture, not to brag, but like the Jamaican culture is very insightful. Like they have 1,000 proverbs for every situation. You hear them say, when you're handing out a lion's mouth, take time, draw it out. You know what I mean? So it's like a tough love kind of situation because we're Pan-African nation, all in the same sense. Like we do have our different cultures. We have our coolies, our Chinese, we have all of that. But like for the majority, we're proud of being black. You know what I mean? But with that sense, it's a reality kind of thing. So it's not like they're trying to be hard on us. It's a sense like they want us to know what the world is like. Because what I notice with Jamaican kids is they're very resilient. And I could say that it comes from the culture and their parents raising them to no excuses, like da 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 da. This is what's gonna happen. You better know your consequences. You know what I mean? And certain things like that, we know to be. Because I said I never see one of them Jamaican kids on the news getting caught up with the law enforcement in the ways where we gotta march for them. Because we were raised in a way, not the porch light. If their mama stove light come on and you not by the door, you locked out for the mosquitoes to bite you all night. So we have the habit of coming home early because we already know it's nothing out there. Come out your yard and go on your bed. That's how even when you grown, your parents calling you. You in your bed? You at your yard? That's how they raise us.
My mom is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and my father is from Antigua. And I actually went to school over there for quite a while, and I went there every summer. And again, in their country, if you want meat, you got to go out. You have to slaughter it. You have to clean it. You have to cook it. If you want hot water, you have to put it in a pot on the stove, and then you put it in the tub. If you want vegetables,
not even on the stove, on the burner.
Right, you have to grow it. You know, it's different. When my father came here into America, my dad back in the 80s, he was making $50,000-$60,000 a year with no formal education, strictly off of hard work. Strictly off of hard. You could education is good, but you can make it if you have drive and you have discipline about you.
I just like how they said in the comments, like you gotta learn, because I don't know what it is about them and sending you back home. Because my granny Antigua, my dad from Montserrat, but his mom from Antigua, my mom her side Jamaican. You know, they love sending you back home to go bathe in the river and learn about what life would be like if you have to survive, and one day the government might take it all. Why do they do that to us?
Right.
To be honest with you, I think that of most people, islanders are the most realistic parents you can have. They don't cut no corners. They don't care about your emotions. They're telling you that the world is like this. And I have to teach you quickly that the world is like this, so that when you get out there on your own, you don't have to second guess it. You already know. And I think that is one of the most valuable things that they can bring into the Black American culture. Again, I'm from the South. The way that you're saying that you were brought up, I won't say I was brought up the exact same way, but I will say there are very, very big similarities. And I appreciate that, because when I was younger, I did not. Don't get it twisted. I was like, y'all are crazy. Everybody's trying to beat me. What is going on here? But I was doing wrong. I wasn't listening. I didn't understand. But now as an adult, I learned that those things were necessary for me to understand the way of the world.
My dad.
Now he's snoring like that.
My dad, he used to work 2 full-time jobs and then 2 part-time jobs. That again, that's no exaggeration.
Caribbean man go keep 4 jobs
None.
and 2 hustles.
None. No
It's like
exaggeration. My
everybody
dad
hates
had
Chris.
2 full. I worked 2 full-time jobs for like 2 months, and then I had to quit one of them.
Oh no. But we're not as strong as we used to
What
be.
kind of work ethic? Caribbean men, they gonna have 4 jobs. They gonna have a post office side hustle, and then they're gonna be selling some type of mixed drink on the side. They gonna do
Let
it
me tell you,
all.
even in America, they bring that to America. They bring that right on over. Baby, they are going
In 2
to
years, they got a
build your
restaurant.
house, cut your grass. They gonna take your kid. They're gonna do all of that, and they still find times to be there,
Present for the children.
present with their children, with their
Yeah.
offspring. So
Yeah.
it's crazy to me to see people say, "Oh, I work 12-hour shifts, so I don't have time to deal with the kids. That's
Now
some of the
Caribbean's gonna take you
biggest
to work
Oh
with
my
it.
God.
milestones, or some of the biggest things that I've ever learned in my life. I learned from my dad in his off time.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw somebody in the comment was asking how they want to hear more about how Caribbean men are raised. But I would say this: it's more about how Caribbean people are raised. We are taught to respect your elders,
Stand one.
to respect yourself, to work hard, to be respect. It's really a respect thing, you know. And I'm not going to say everything in the Caribbean is okay because there's issues, you know. There's especially now one of the things that I find that they don't attribute a lot in the Caribbean is mental health. They don't, you know, they don't believe in that. They believe in Jumbiam,
You
who, you know,
possess.
all that kind of stuff. You know, with
Yeah.
it's more about
Go
Jumbian.
to the ocean and get healing.
Right. You know, if you in the
Demon pick
Caribbean,
you up.
if you have issues, either you just the cray word or they, you know.
Or
So
you
in my
possess.
mom country in particular, they don't even have psychiatrists and therapists and stuff like that. And in the hospital, you go to the
They
hospital.
have
You don't go to the
like
hospital for
shaman.
health care. You go to the hospital to be unalive. If you go to the hospital, you probably just not gonna make it. You know. So I
How y'all
mean,
And
doing?
what's
How y'all
crazy,
doing?
what's
Don't
even
even deal with
crazier than
Hello.
that is
Look,
that if you research other
Hello.
other demographics, it's not even just the Caribbean.
Hello.
It's pretty much everyone
because
outside
we
of
loud.
European countries in America. They raise their children to be, um, to learn how to cultivate. They teach them how to take care of people. They teach them how to work jobs when they're 6 and 7 years old.
I
You know,
don't know
they
if
they
that's
teach
true.
them a sense
I
of
don't know if that's true about the
responsibility
majority.
that
Hello.
we are
Hello. How y'all
lacking in
doing?
America.
I don't know if
Can
that's
I
true about
can
the
I add
How
majority.
you
into?
gonna wake up talk about you don't know if it's true?
Right. Well, I was just about to say,
Hold
Oh,
on, y'all.
let's
Hold on.
just
Hold
jump
on.
in the
Hold on.
that's
conversation.
what I
Who's
do.
been snoring all
Hello.
this
Can
time?
I say something?
Like you was just out here, and now you I don't know if that's true. What?
Y'all
How
made
y'all
me
doing? How
sleepy
y'all
with
doing?
what
Hey,
y'all was
you.
saying. Y'all made me sleepy.
That's
Yeah,
what it
cause I'm.
was.
How y'all doing? So I came up here to talk about the topic. I know. I was trying to read the room. I see y'all was a little off topic, but I wanted to come up and talk about the topic. What do